Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Yes, lovely people. I hope you're well. Welcome back to another Kop-Ish show, and this is a special show, and we are live speaking about the season review. Also going to be seeking what we need next season and expectations for next season as well. As always, guys, when we get behind the mic, please make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. It's funny that we're doing this show tonight, isn't it, boys? Because at the moment, the Europa League finals on, and this is something we're going to be hoping to be involved in this time next year.
Whoa,
now,
whoa.
that just
the person who made that tune.
that leads on nicely to where we're at. So we're not going to really hang around. Just going to go straight in. Pause. Season ratings. Now, me and Drift, we've already said ours, but we've also had a bit of time to reflect and think about things and look at context and stuff. So, Matt, I'm going to start with you, and then I'm going to go drifting on myself.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to rank this season out of 10, what would it be and why?
We didn't qualify for the Champions League. There was no title challenge. We was kind of always languishing in 5th or 6th. We had injuries, problems with adaptations from certain players not settling in. If I'm being honest, this season is either a 3 or a 4. We have to keep it about because 5 is average. An average season for Liverpool is actually qualifying for the Champions League and just not doing anything at all, but at least you got top 4. That's an average season. Because that's kind of the minimal requirement is that you make it into the top European competition. We didn't do it this year. So you look at it and go, so what did we do? Okay, one little push towards the end, tried to get top 4, but it was never really in our hands. We weren't really in the race. The season hasn't been a good season at all. It's been a poor season. We've all had complaints. I think this is the most complaints we've had in a while because we've been on such a trajectory that's been so positive that we almost thought that not we were impervious to being bad. We were just so good that we just got so used to it through how many years. It's one of the worst of seasons under Jurgen Klopp's tenure. So for me, bro, a 4 or a 3, however you look at it.
I need to push you for a number, Matt. I need a number so we
All
can
right,
average it
all
out.
right. 4.
Drift, yourself, brother, your rating out of 10 and your reasoning behind it.
I'm sticking with a 6. I do believe that 4 is kind of mad. I don't know if you've changed your mind, Cal, but you was languishing around them kind of scores as well. So
you said 6.
Yeah.
Let him land.
No. I just yeah.
Finished the season with a 10-11 game unbeaten streak. Yeah, it was a little bit too late, but we almost got top 4 because of it. Mad injuries, which do play a major part. A lot of our key players were missing for long periods of time during the season. It's not an excuse, but you have to take it into account when you're looking at it. I think a 6.5 to a 7 is what I would give getting top 4 and nothing else, because I still think top 4 can't just be like brushed aside. Like, it's still good to get top 4. To say 5 is top 4, Matt, I think that's a bit mad still. Like, we got top 4, you'd call that a 5. Like, I think that's being a bit too demanding. Even though I have high standards, I'm still realistic with it. So I'll say no. To say 5, to say top 4 is an average season, I think is being demanding.
Remember, I said, like, just put in context. I said top 4. I said top 4 with no trophies. You just get top 4. That's it.
Yeah. But you start the season at a 5.
That's correct.
So for you to say top 4 means that you just stay there, I think it's a bit demanding. Still, I think it's a little bit demeaning of what top 4 is to get, because we've seen this year that top 4 is not as easy as we thought it was, right? So I'm gonna go over 6. I think 6.5 to a 7 if you get top 4, and then 8, 9, and 10 if you bring home trophies. Obviously, if you bring home loads of trophies, it's a 10. So I'm gonna go over. I mean, you could maybe push me to go down to a 5.5 because it wasn't a great season at all. But I think anything below a 5, people are just in their feelings at the moment. I think it's been a bad year, isn't it? But I think 3s, 4s, 5s, I think that's just a little bit disingenuous to get in 5th with all the things that came with this season. I know we got beat up by Real Madrid in the end, but we had a brilliant group stage. We only lost out on coming top of the group by goal difference or head to head. Like, we both accumulated, was it 15 points or 12 points in the league? We both lost one to each other and then won all the other games in the group, right? Napoli only beat us it was head to head in the end, right? I think it was. So, like, we had a great group stage of the Champions League. You know what I mean? And let's be honest as well. You see the Real Madrid thing? It was Joey's fault. I really don't ever like to just pile pressure on one man. I think it's very unfair. But when you actually go back and watch the game, in all seriousness, Joey actually lost us the Champions League title.
Not by himself.
He was at least 70% culpable, Cal. It was unbelievable.
Alisson made a diabolical mistake in that game.
Yeah, he did. But then that was the only other person to blame for the capitulation. So 30% on Ali.
Bro,
35% you want to push me.
They ran through our midfield for the 4th or 5th goal is what, but
but Modric. we were chasing the game at that point, Cal, because Modric of what had happened from all the mistakes.
3 of our centre midfielders, bro, at the same time.
Yeah, but I still believe that it was because we were chasing a game. We were 4-1 down. We're trying to get back into a game that we shouldn't have even been losing in. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it just, again, I really don't like pointing fingers at one player, but I have to admit, and Joey's my guy, that Real Madrid game was Joey. If you swap Joey and Ibu, I think we go through and we play Chelsea in a quarterfinal. Honestly, I do, because Real Madrid ain't nothing special, and I know we've been bad this year, but Real Madrid ain't nothing special. If we can go to the Bernabeu and only lose 1-0 in a game where we didn't even have belief that we could go through.
Can't say that.
All right, let's not dwell.
It's all ifs and buts, but we go 2-0 up, we're flying, Anfield's rocking. If Joey don't start doing all the madness he's done,
though,
there are
that's
big
like
ifs,
saying if we would have got 4 more points, we would have been in the Champions League, bro. You know,
no,
like,
but you're spreading that if across a season.
No.
I'm just spreading that if across one game.
All right, boys, let's not get sidetracked.
Yeah. Because I wouldn't. But are we allowed to talk about the points that everyone makes, or we just don't say nothing? That's what I kind of want to know.
Yeah, we can spend a couple of minutes.
Because I don't want to get too much into it, but because remember, this is not like a back and forth thing. It's just opinions, isn't it? This is what we're here to do. Driss got his opinion, I got mine, you got yours. All I wanted to say to Driss' points were, some of them I agree with in terms of, okay, people may be a bit annoyed, but I think what it is, though, is that, like I said, Driss, the high standards that we've set ourselves, getting into the Champions League now, that should be kind of normal. I understand everyone has improved, but we are Liverpool. We got to stop this small mentality of, oh my God, getting to top 4 is like the craziest thing ever. Do you know who actually says that? And it actually annoys me. Our manager. Our manager said we were spoiled because we want top 4. In my opinion, for a club of the size of Liverpool, with its fan base and expectations, these are the things that we should be expecting. Now, I look at this. I look at the season and go, what went right for us? We got 2 players, young talents, who look like they could be absolute world beaters if we give them time, right? And that's Cody Gakpo and Darwin Núñez, yeah? You give them time, they have the potential to be world class, yeah? If you take that out of the equation, bro, Virgil van Dijk has been a shell of himself. Pretty much all the players have.
Going too far, Matt. We're going to do players in a minute.
All I say, with that, let me just say that I just feel like standards this season, and even the players have admitted it, have really, really dropped. And I think from when the players tell you that they're saying like, yeah, we just, this season is one of the ones where you just want to think about next season, says a lot about what this season was. And sometimes it's hard to admit when you fail. And this season, in my opinion, was a big failure.
For me, it's a 2 out of 10 season. I know that will average out between the three of us is 4 out of 10. So the average for the Kop-Ish channel is 4 out of 10. For me, it's a 2 out of 10 season. I can't justify giving it more than a 2. And the reason I say that is we didn't adapt quick enough. This goes way back. Transfer market, we didn't do what we should have done. In the season, tactics-wise, personnel, we didn't adapt. The players were absolutely atrocious for a lot of the season. The manager was atrocious for a lot of the season. The owners are... How can I put this politely? The owners are horse manure, but like in the bowels still. They're like still in the rectum. That's what the owners are. Like you're literally trying to squeeze out the doo-doo. That's what the owners are. You can smell it, but it's not quite out of the bum yet. That's what the owners are. They're that horse manure. So that's what the owners are.
Do you know how much of a picture that Cal just painted?
I know. But we can't squeeze it out, bro. We can't squeeze it out.
Man called FSG a turtle head.
Yeah,
Jesus.
we can't push it out though. We can't push it out. Because they're still here. Still clogging up the system.
They're still here.
But
say Constipation FC.
Yeah. So for me, it's like I look at the season. I'm with Matt. Bare minimum's top 4 for this team, especially with the personnel and the players we've got and the manager. We can't sit here and say we've got world-class players or close to world-class players and a world-class manager. Finish 5th and it'd be all right. For me, it was an atrocious season, and for you to get knocked out in the round of 16 in the Champions League, not once were we in the top 4 all season. Like literally not once were we in the top 4, if I'm not mistaken. FA Cup, Carabao Cup knocked out really early as well. It's just, for me, it's a 2 out of 10. What I do want to do next, though, is look at the players. So I'm going to bring up the player ratings. And instead of us going through the player ratings, I'm actually going to tell you guys what the actual player ratings were this season. And I got a shout out to someone who supports the channel, someone called Sam. He also is a fitness instructor as well. He's someone who's actually helped me a lot in terms of recognizing my diet and stuff like this. But Sam's actually gone through for us and actually averaged out the player ratings throughout the whole season, which I'm going to be real with you. I was going to do that on Monday or yesterday, but when Sam messaged me, it took a load off my plate. So 1, I know it's not an easy job. 2, Sam, that's a very selfish thing to do for the community.
Big up,
and 3,
Sam.
thank you so much.
Love for that, brother. Appreciate
gives
it,
us
brother.
I was actually going to say, let's divide it between us and let's all take a third and go through. And one of us all does defenders, one of us do midfielders, one of us do attack, and then come together with all the numbers. Because I was thinking to do that all, that's a madness, bro.
It's
so
a
big
madness.
up. That's
It's
an absolute big up.
Love for that, bro.
So big up to Sam for that. All right. So what I'm going to do, because some of them have different points. So, for example, if someone is an 8.3, I will round that down, so I will round it up to the nearest 0.5 that we have on our grid. So we go in 0.5 incrementals, right? So say, for example, someone's an 8.3, we'll round up to an 8.5. If someone's an 8.2, we'll round that down to an 8. Does that make sense to you guys, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you was going to say if man's at 8.3, he just gets rounded down to an 8. I was going to say, oh, it's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Yeah, no. So I'm going to round up to the nearest decimal.
Yeah, you got to go. Yeah, whatever you're nearest to. Yeah.
All right, so in goal, Alisson Becker finishes the season with an 8.5.
Ooh, okay.
This is from the
Yeah.
ratings
This is the
we've given
average.
in the season.
Yeah, so we can't even say nothing. But
Yeah.
we'll talk about when it's all said and done. Yeah.
I hope I do hope that there wasn't a little like bit of, oh, do you know what? I don't really like that, so I'm gonna change it from Sam. I'm gonna hold in good faith that he 100%.
Nah, bro, that is effort.
No,
He would not do that.
No. I'm just saying, like, who knows? Like,
Another thing I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna include any players with less than 5 starts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think again that will warp it. And the reason I say that, for example, Calvin Ramsey had one start and he got a 9 for that game. We
Bad
can't
man.
give him an average of 9 for the season because he had
Bad
one start
man.
and one sub appearance.
9 for the potential. No, joking.
What
So
I
the
will
next
say
person
though
I'm
is,
going to go with is
just
Trent.
quickly before we move on, what I will say that's mad about this is it's so weird how when you go on your end of season thoughts, it can be so different to what you average somebody throughout a season. Because if I'm keeping it a buck, I'm giving Ali a 9 or a 10 for this season. He's absolutely been outstanding. So it's kind of mad that
we'll
his
talk
average
about
will
that
bring him down
at
to
the
that.
end.
Because,
At the end, we'll.
Yeah.
No, you're right because I had the same thought, but I think let Kyle do the tick.
This is probably the most fair way of doing it because this
Yeah.
doesn't account for recency. This doesn't account for anything. This is how
What
we've
they-
judged them throughout the season.
Yeah, facts.
It's
So,
about as fair as it can get.
at the end, I guess we just say which ones do we think should change?
Yeah,
innit?
to be
Yeah,
changed.
calm.
Trent gets an average rating of 6.8, so we'll move that to a 7.
Damn.
oh shit, who's knocked out?
Then we've got Joe Gomez, average of 5.
Raw, Joey got kind of lucky. You know? Hey.
Joe Matip, an average 5.5.
If I speak,
We have Kanate with an average of 7.5.
bad boy. But it should be higher than that still.
Virgil van Dijk with an average of 6.5. We then have Robbo with an average of 6.5 as well. Simicast with an average of 6.5 as well.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
But no, I guess they're nothing.
I tell you what this shows though.
No, I said nothing.
It shows that emotions do play a big part in it because these ratings show that there's a lot of good games. No, it shows there was a lot of good games as well as bad games for people who people have said are crap.
Oh yeah, we'll unpack all that at the end. 100 though, 100.
Hold on, sorry. I may have to change something.
Oh
Speak
my
amongst-
gosh, they're all wrong. All of them.
He's been reading off of last year's sheet.
Imagine that. He's like, oh damn, I got the wrong book.
No. Last year's sheet, Matip would have been at least an 8. So I know this isn't last year.
No, but if we're being, we'll leave it to the end. We don't want to kind of get into it now.
Sorry.
We don't know.
Do you know what? I'm gonna have to double back a little bit. Not
Okay,
on.
go.
So I'm gonna start from Fabinho and then I might double back. So Fabinho's average throughout the whole season is a 5.35. So that's a 5.5.
5.5.
Yeah, that makes kind of sense.
All right, Joe Gomez, I'm gonna have to readjust. No, in fact, Gomez stays on a 5. So yeah, I'm actually all right for now. So thankfully, I don't have to go back.
What was the mistake? You was misreading what you read.
I didn't account for their sub appearances as well, because their sub appearances are different to their starting averages as well. So I have to combine the two and then divide that by 2.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Maybe it would
That's
be
a good
best if
point.
we leave the sub ones out. Then
No,
really.
Jiff. We can't because they play a role, bro. They play a role.
Fair enough.
And Gomez still got a 5.
Gomez, he got his average rating for starts were 5.1. His average for substitute appearances was 4.6.
Oh so 5.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
So
but
yeah,
yeah.
Fabinho was the
we'll talk
last
about
one.
that
All
later.
right, so Henderson. Henderson is a 5.1. which equates to a 5. Milner equates to a 5.8, which puts him as a 6.
6, isn't it? Yeah.
Maybe
Sounds
we
right.
should have kept him.
Boy.
I'm joking. 6.5. Stefan Bajcetic averages out to a 7.25, so he'll go in at a 7. Don't think we have an image of Steffi B. Next, we have Elliot, who scores an average of
It's gonna be
6.
like a 6. Yeah, I thought so.
Curtis Jones,
This would be interesting.
it's a 6, bang on a 6, literally bang on 6.
Okay.
Carvalho, Carvalho sneaks in. He got more than 5.
What do you get? 5.5.
No, I'm sorry about starting. So Carvalho averaged out as a 7. So Carvalho is a 7. Can't include Nat Phillips. Thiago averages at a 7 as well.
A lot of people in the chat, big other people in the chat, they're saying this is tense, you know. We're just waiting to hear that rating. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, it's tense. It's tense saying it.
Bro, that's why man ain't really talking.
Naby Keita averages out at 5.5.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm really shocked he started 5 games. I
He
don't
started
remember
exactly-
seeing
started-
Naby
he
Keita.
started exactly 5 games, same as Ox. Ox has scored an average of 5.75, which gives him a 6.
I remember Ox though. I don't remember Naby playing any games.
I'm just showing you what I've got, Drifty. I'm just showing you what I've got.
Do you know
I'm
what?
not
Someone made
speaking for
someone made a good point actually. Let's put a little bit of music on while we wait.
I think we should, you know.
Diaz, an average of 6.3.
One of them players hurt your
So he
soul,
gets a
fam. I saw it.
6.5. Gakpo, average of 6.3.
Yeah. I thought,
So he
6.3.
Yeah,
I
6.3.
thought it might have been a bit high.
Yeah,
I thought it would have been higher than that as well.
But this is why I say about recency bias, because again, when he first started, he wasn't playing very well. He gathered momentum as the season went on. So we would have forgotten about those games. And if you get asking me for Cody's rating now, I'd have probably said a 7.5 or an 8. But based on how he's played since he's been here, and he's actually had 21 starts as well.
Going by us, because it's us that's done this, yeah.
Yeah.
The 2 worst people so far this season are Gomez and Henderson.
Yeah. Jota is on
That's what the fan base would tell you though, man.
No. I'm just no. But it's kind of mad. Remember this because we can't. This is what we've said though. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not that we're saying it now. It's very different, isn't it? Like you said, Drift. Like when you look back now, you might go, I might change that kind of thing. But
Mo Salah, 7.5.
I was quite interested to see what Mo's would be actually.
Darwin Núñez, 6.5.
raw.
Bobby for me, man.
Bobby, you know.
Bobby must be high.
Bobby's a 7.
I thought it would
Oh,
be.
I thought it'd have been a bit higher than that. To be fair,
No, Bobby's a 7.
Bobby below Mo for the season. That's a bit mad still.
Bro, Mo's played a lot of games, bro.
Yeah, but that normally means your average could come down more.
And for Jurgen Klopp, a 6.
I knew it, bro.
Right, guys, looking at this, look at the cluster there. It's between average and good. Only one person really stands out, and that is our goalkeeper, which is absolutely shocking, in my opinion.
We were getting peppered all season.
We're not just getting peppered. We're standing there with we've got no defense. We are Nate Diaz.
We're Ronda Rousey. We're on our tiptoes.
We're Ronda.
No head
You're right. We're
Ronda, fam.
At least Nate Diaz rolls with punches. You're right.
Exactly.
Ronda's
Nate Diaz can take punches. Ronda can't take punches, bro. She closed her eyes and went on her tiptoes. We got Ronda Rousey, but still.
Out of all the player ratings there, boys, which one shocked you the most? Good or bad?
Allison shocks me just a little bit. I thought he would have been higher than that. Bobby shocks me a little bit. I thought he would have been higher than that. I thought Ibu might have been a bit higher than that. And the rest of them, other than maybe...
So I'd cut you, Jeff. Ali, Ibu, Mo, probably especially, in fact, Ali and Mo definitely, I think, are our 2 highest appearances this season. So as you said, their average, when you look at the amount of appearances they make and their average being as high as it is, it's not bad at all. Especially Ali.
Yeah. All right. So just quickly, I would say Ali should be a bit higher. Salah maybe a little bit higher. Maybe Ibu as well. The ones that shocked me were, I'm surprised, Ox is actually a 6. Naby didn't shock me at all. Carvalho shocked me, actually, if I'm telling a lie. And I think it's because he didn't make many appearances and you forget what he did for the season. So, but yeah, I think Gomez didn't shock me. When I look at the ratings, they're kind of... Oh, no, Gakpo. Gakpo's another one. I thought Gakpo might be a bit higher, maybe like a 7.5.
But again, if you're looking at all of his appearances, there were some games when Gakpo first came, there was games at the beginning where he wasn't about.
No, it's true. Remember we say he's gone missing. So when you look at it, I would say 80% of that is kind of like spot on. 85%. There's obviously a couple players, but you look at that, can't really argue for a lot of them. Remember, Virgil, like a lot of players just want themselves. Like, Robbo,
oh yeah, that's what shocked
you know what I mean?
me. Naby starting 5 games. I honestly only remember him coming off of the bench. I don't remember Naby ever starting a game this season.
I remember him starting 5 games, but I just don't remember
the Crystal Palace game for a start.
Yeah, that was the... And I only remember it because I remember that was when Matt gave up. Because he was so bad in the game. So yeah,
he was bad. Yeah,
other than that game, I don't... That's great because, like, even though Ox didn't really do anything this season either, I still remember going, "Oh, Ox is in the first 11 today." I don't ever remember looking at the team sheet. I know it's been a long, dragged out season. I just don't ever remember seeing Naby Keita starting. That is kind of a shock to me. Still, I thought all his appearances were off the bench.
No, do you know when it was? I remember when at the starts. No, it wasn't, because when we had all the injury problems, and it was Bajcetic, Naby Keita, and Thiago. They had a little mini run before I think Thiago got injured. I remember, and then I remember having a conversation saying,
remember that,
Thiago, we might have to start talking about Thiago because he's been more injury prone than Naby Keita, which on the face of things actually might be right.
So let me ask you guys something.
Yeah.
For me, in a Liverpool team, I don't think it's acceptable to get lower than a 6, personally. We have 5 players lower than a 6. One of them is already gone. Contracts run out. And the 4 players in that cluster which is Matip, Fabinho, Gomez, and Henderson, are the 4 players that have probably collectively by the fan base been like that. Those are the ones that are weak links at the moment. What justification is there for keeping those players? And I'm not trying to gaslight him. I'm genuinely asking. Matip, Hendo, Gomez, and Flacco. What justification is there to keep them?
I'll let Matt take this one.
Calm. Matip getting on a bit. You would maybe keep him on for the experience, but if you could replace him maybe with someone younger, I think is something that we should look at. We can't hold on. Here's the thing: we can't get carried away and hold on to players forever. Fabinho, I've kind of gone on record and said we can upgrade in the DM spot. Naby Keita is obviously already left. Joe Gomez, I think we can improve on as well. Get another centre back in. We can improve on Joe Gomez. And I think what it is as well is the love for the players that we have is why we want to keep them, because of the service that they've given Liverpool. But we have to remember, it's like, what have you done lately? And whenever we've seen these players lately, they haven't been up to standards. Now, we could arguably sit here and say it's been a bad season because it has been a bad season, yeah? Because it's been a terrible season. That's why I didn't understand why Drift said 6 or 7. That's not a dig, but I'm just saying, I thought it was such a bad season.
I never said
Oh, yeah. Sorry. No. Drift. No, I swear you said...
No. If he said 7, I'd have cut his mics.
No. I swear you said 6 or 6.5, something like that. And I was
6
like...
or 5.5.
Okay.
That's how you know Matt's not listening to me. He's not listening.
No. But bro, it's one...
I'd have cut his mic quick if he said a 7.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, that goes against your point of like, how can it be a 6 if all season the players have been poor? We've got a decent crop of players who, in my opinion, like they're kind of...
I actually think the player rating... I think the player ratings kind of justify my rating because even though the team isn't based on individuals per se, if the majority of the squad are 6 and above, then there's some method into my thinking of how.
But there's eye test. But you know when I say eye test, some players
this was eye test. We watched every game and analyzed the players.
And then you go, and then you, as we're talking now, you look here and go, where are we now? Because like you pointed out, a lot of that can be emotion. I'm speaking emotionless. This is me looking at it now. Where's the squad at?
Come on, man. Everything about this is
bro. How can you? But I'm the one that's saying my ratings and giving my opinion. How can you tell me that? That don't make sense.
Because we're all judging it based on emotion.
No.
We can't help it.
Bro, if everything
that's the disappointment is why there's going to be a heavy penalty.
No, but it's like when people say like you can be okay, there's emotion in everything, but it's about business. This is business now. If we're going to be emotion about everything, then what I'm trying to say is like I'm said, like I think some people would want to hold on to players because of what you've done in it over your Liverpool career. Whereas the truth of the matter is this year. This is
I was talking about your rating, by the way. I was talking about
I know. But I'm saying that any season review, like I look at it and go, what Cal just said, is an argument to keep those players that he just mentioned. And when I look at that list, bro, I have to keep it a buck here. Fabinho, we can upgrade. Naby Keita, he's gone. Matip, we can upgrade him. Joe Gomez, we can upgrade him. And here's the one that people are not going to like, but this is just my opinion. Jordan Henderson, we can upgrade him. I get he's the captain. I get captain holds weight and what he's done, but he can be upgraded upon. And I think those players, I remember Milner's already gone. Harvey Elliott, even if we're going to go say, hi, Harvey Elliott is a prospect. Jones, like you said, if he's a prospect, Ox is gone. So even if we go to the next category, a lot of them kind of sort themselves out, but we just have to keep it like 100. And I think to myself, I'm not trying to say you have to necessarily force some of them out, but if we're going to really sit here and say they can't be upgraded upon, then I think, yeah, you're right in when you say emotion, because for me, that's emotion in wanting to keep players that you know can't take the club forward anymore at the highest level. And I'll just say this one last time, bro. We are big, bad Liverpool, you know. We're supposed to be competing with the best. And as much as I love all these players and what they've done, sometimes we just got to look at it and go, yeah, do you know what? You've done your service here. And it's not nice to see you go, but man, respect it, innit? And it's time, innit?
Okay, so on that, if I make, I don't know if I always don't know if I'm going to be stepping on Cal's toes for what the next thing will be. But when we look at this situation, four
Sorry to
players
cut
have
you.
gone, right?
The next thing I'm gonna go into is next season's expectation.
Oh, okay, so no, I'm not stepping on your toes then.
But
So based off
after that, gonna be speaking about squad development.
Okay, well maybe it might have a little bit to do with that then. But just in case, stop me if I do, and then I'll try and remember it.
Don't.
If you
don't
look,
fuck up the trainers,
if
bro.
you
Don't fuck up the trainers.
if you look at the players that have actually left, which is 4, there's 4 players who have actually left. And then you look at that list, and then you look at the fact that Matt was saying, and another 4 should leave on top of that. That'll be 8 players out of 25 that would be leaving if the players left that we're saying should be, or a lot of people are saying should be leaving. In my opinion, it would actually be the dumbest decision in the world to try and replace
7.
8 players in one summer.
It'd be 7. It'd be 7.
I never said get rid of him in one summer.
No,
You're
it
trying to
would
take
be
it out of
Matip,
context.
Flacco, Hendo, Gomez, Naby, Ox, Bobby, Milner. It'd be 8, Cal. It'd be 8 players that
I
would
never
have
said
to
in
go.
one summer, bro.
No, you said they should go now. You said the 4 players there in that thing, apart from Naby, should go.
Mm-hmm.
So just to confirm,
And then there's 4,
phased
already gone. So that would be 8, Matt.
So just
Okay,
confirm them,
but
Matt,
you
who would
phased. Sorry, just to clarify what I wanted to say. But you phased
apart
them
from the
out,
4
though.
that have gone, who else would you get rid of out of that cluster of 4, Matt? This summer.
No, so you see this summer, yeah. This summer, the ones I actually get rid of, because I never said all of them. Like we're just trying to say, yeah. I would get rid of Matip, Gomez. Who was the other 2? Who was the other ones on there?
Flacco
In that,
and Henderson.
yeah, Flacco, and maybe Henderson.
So you get rid of all 4.
So
you
3,
did
so
say
3 or
you'd
4.
get rid of
No,
them
but you
then.
said 8 in one summer, bro. I'm saying 3 or 4.
No, because
But
it's a
it
total
is
of
8
8
in
because
one
of
summer,
the
bro.
ones that are leaving
Because
on a free, Matt.
4's already left. So if we add the 3 or 4 you're saying, that's 8
like
players.
that. Then yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a third of the squad. In what
Bro.
world can we get rid of a third of a squad in one summer? Come
but
on,
let
we
me
gotta
ask-
be realistic, bro.
But let me ask you this question, though. This is what happens when you leave it too late to then rejuvenate the squad. Because what we've done is, it's like you've allowed all your food to go off in the fridge at one time and gone, I've got to clear out that fridge. All the food's gone off at one time.
Yeah,
Why
that's
don't you
what-
take some stuff out? You've let everything rot.
Well, let's not get into the
So what was I doing?
FSG thing because that's
No,
why I
no,
believe
but-
we're in this situation.
But this is my point, though, because it's like saying we can keep hold of some of them players. We can. I'm not saying that we can't. It's not
it's a
impossible.
third of the squad, bruv.
But bro, hear what I'm saying though. Some of the players that you like to say didn't even really contribute. So is it really that much of a big deal? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Because
So
8 new players into the squad would be a madness to integrate.
No,
All right,
no,
so
but-
Drift. Sorry to cut both of you. I hear what you're saying, Drift. When you say it like that, when you break it down in its simplest form, I have a 25-man squad, give or take a couple of under 21-year-old players who don't have to be registered. Losing 8 is a third of the squad. However, I will maintain though, you have to look at their contribution and minutes played. Naby and Ox played a total of 205 minutes between them. That isn't even a player. With all due respect to them, that's not even a player's minutes. Let's be real. So that's 2 of them straight away. Milner's going to need replacing, but you could argue you could get Milner's replacement in the squad already because Bichetic is another player who's there as well. If Hendo was to leave, we all agree we need 3 centre midfielders, right? So if you're not replacing Ox and Naby per se in terms of one going out, one coming in, you're not replacing them. Then you've got 6 players left. You've got to replace Fabinho. You've got to replace Henderson, and we needed a centre midfielder anyway, so that's 3. We need at least 1 centre back if Matip and Gomez still stay. So yeah, I get what you're saying, Drift, in terms of losing that amount at the same time might be a bit mad, but at the same time, I get where Matt's coming from as well because we have let them all grow old together or all become bad at the same time. Hence why now we can't afford to just let them just sit in the squad dormant because they can all be upgrading. And look, I'm not saying you can go and get 3-4 world-class players, but with all due respect to those guys, none of them are world-class and they're not even performing anywhere near to being world class at the moment. So if you are to get rid of those players and bring in new players, I don't think it's crazy. And here's the thing, Drift. With a rebuild,
it is.
No, but it's not, Drift. Well, I've just broken it down. It's not crazy. You might not agree with it, but it's not
No,
crazy.
no, your breakdown makes perfect sense, but that's not reality. Reality is 8 new squad players, 8 new people who don't know the club, 8 new people to get used to the team.
What I said then, bro, because you don't need 8 to replace 8 because the 8 that are there aren't really contributing or playing.
But then we don't have a 25-man squad, then, do we?
No, of course you can have a 25-man squad. But our squad, we've already had to leave people out of the squad last season, sorry.
What you mean if you include like the kids? You mean like the people who don't?
No, I'm not even saying if you got to include him. Curtis Jones, for example, wasn't included in the 25-man squad last summer because he was underage. Now he will be included in the 25-man squad.
So how many players do you believe that we need then?
Who, me personally?
Yeah,
I've got a record. I say we need at least 5 players this summer.
Right.
I think we need.
So you would bring in 5. You'd let 8 go and bring in 5.
Yeah. Probably now I'd bring in 6. I'd get 3 centre midfielders, 1 right back, 1 centre back, and 1 attacker. I'd get 6 players.
Yeah.
I'm just going based off of reality. So even though what you lot say makes sense on paper, mathematically, and all of that, I've watched on way too many occasions in my lifetime a team try to bring in a lot of players at once, and it never ever works. Ever.
Right, but Drift,
just don't.
All right, but Drift, we've all sat here on this show numerous times and said, forget about the owners, forget about Klopp for now. This is not talking about what the club are going to do. We've talked about what we would do. We've all said a minimum of 5 between us. All of us.
No, I'm talking about the 8 because I'm still saying if 8 go,
you're thinking about 8 too much. Like they're all first team players, though.
You've still got to replace all of those players.
All right, so Drift, I asked you then, if we bring in 5 players.
5's all right. 5's all right. I think over 5, and it might be too difficult to integrate them all at once.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If you bring in 5, how do you then? But I'm saying if you bring in 5, how do you then fit all of them into the squad then? Because if 4 are leaving, now hear me out, 4 are leaving, but Curtis Jones has taken one of those spots already. So 3 have left. So if you're keeping Matip, Gomez,
no, I would let Matip go.
So if you're letting Matip go, that's 4 places, but you're bringing in 5 players. There's still not enough space.
Well, the Jones thing I wasn't thinking about before because I forgot about that. So I was thinking 5.
So this is what I've been. So you see, when we've been going back and forth regarding like why I'd sell Flacco to upgrade it, it's because we don't have the squad. We don't have the squad space. It's the same reason why they made the excuse about the whole selling Shaqiri, and we don't have the squad space because they're taken up by players who effectively aren't good enough. It's why I had a go about Adrian getting a new contract as well, because it's, for me, that's a wasted squad space. So if
maybe Flacco would be the other one then. Maybe it would be Flacco based on the,
because this is my point. If we're going to do a rebuild, we're now at a point where we've left everything. Instead of us doing the rebuild from 2019, 2020.
I just remembered something. So go on, finish it.
Instead of doing the rebuild from 2019 to 2020, the rebuild should have been gradual, where this summer we should only need 1 or 2 players, right? We've left it. And now we're in a position where we need... Matt's analogy is actually spot on. And I think you've used analogies in the past, Drift, about just not adding when we need. This is where we're at now. We're at a point now where we have to add a lot in one window and we have to get rid of a lot in one window to balance out what we haven't been doing over the years.
All the food's gone off in the fridge.
And that's what the problem is. You can't do it in one window because it is too difficult to have so much upheaval. There's a lot of examples across football in history where trying to bring in that many players. And here's the problem, guys. All those people that we just said,
ourselves at some point now, bro.
No, I know, but that's why we've been so vexed that we've let it go this long. I still think it needs to be drawn out over a few more windows, though. I still think one window is a bit too much to do it, because the examples in the past show it just ends up being a bit chaotic at your club if you try and bring in that many
desperation
people.
Drift.
But here's the thing that we're forgetting. Just quickly before I forget, bro.
Yeah. Go.
Here's the thing that we're forgetting. We're putting these men on our list because these are the people that we think should go, right? Or the people who haven't really performed to a certain level where it's like, yeah, maybe it's time to move on. But we've forgotten about the fact that Elliott should probably go on loan. Carvalho is going on loan. Tsimikas probably wants to leave the club. There's actually other players that aren't even in that bottom bit that are probably going to be leaving this summer. So it's not even just going to be about the people we don't think are good enough. There's other people that are going to want game time, unhappy,
I hear that.
going to move. So it's going to be more than just the people we're talking about that are going to leave the squad, right? Even Kelleher, we can't even lie. Europa League
No, but that's another discussion.
Stay.
I hear that. No, what you're saying, I agree with what you're saying. That's another discussion.
This is the reason why I've been hypercritical of Klopp regarding the squad management, because we've already got holes in the squad. He's now creating other holes by not treating players how they should be treated, in my opinion. And I think that again's come back to bite us, especially when you look at Tsimikas. Like, Tsimikas was the happiest person I saw to be at Liverpool Football Club, and now he doesn't even seem like he wants to be about because of how he's been treated.
Sorry to interject here. Apologies. A man just done a no-look penalty in the final.
Oh, yeah. I think you're quite
a no-look penalty, bro. The Sevilla man.
Yeah, I think you're quite a bit behind me.
Because I'm on the second Sevilla penalty.
All right, don't say that. Don't.
That's why I'm keeping stum.
I'm talking, but I'm not looking at you, man. I'm looking at my other screen. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie though. A no-look penalty in a European final is absolute balls, man. That's crazy.
Bro, that is crazy.
Well, it's balls. Fabinho did it in the what was it? The FA Cup. He did the Panenka, innit?
Panenka to like in the. Fabinho, I think it was like the He was there like to do it as well. Wasn't it like the bit where it's like why has my brain forgotten a bit when, like, if you miss, not Russian roulette? When the bit where, like,
sudden death?
Yeah. No, was it not in the sudden
Shout
death?
out to the FIFA man them.
So, with all that being said, then, guys, we look at squad and where we're at. What I do want to ask is some of the bigger players, so the players that we've spoken up.
Let's take up the comments. Yeah.
Virgil van Dijk comes in at 6.5. Darwin Núñez comes in at 6.5.
Yeah.
Trent comes in at a 7. Salah comes in at a 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly on Virgil and Núñez, because they are very different in terms of their career development. Virgil was seen as this all-conquering centre-back. Núñez is seen as this player who could go on to be brilliant. Looking at their overall rating, how would you judge their seasons? And especially Núñez, because I feel as though our fan base have really gone above and beyond to try and justify him. But if you strip it back,
I don't, bro.
Is 6.5 a good season for what we expected from him? And I'm not talking about the changed expectations. I'm talking about the original expectations when he first came in.
You go about Núñez?
Yeah, and then also on Virgil,
I'll let Jiff go first on Núñez.
Is 6.5 good enough for a defender who we call the best in the world?
I'll let Jiff go first.
Regardless of context.
All right, I'll start with Virgil because that's probably the one that's a bit easier for me to go on. So no, you're right, Cal. 6.5 is absolutely nowhere near good enough.
Win this, man.
It's nowhere near good enough. It's absolutely nowhere near good enough. I'll caveat that by saying I think next season he'll be completely fine. I just think this season has just been an anomaly and a weird one and unexplainable in so many ways when it comes to like certain performances and players and that kind of thing. I think Virgil will be completely fine. But no, 6.5 is nowhere near good enough from a player of his quality, a player of his level. I do believe that it was probably a lot to do with last season. And I do believe that the tactics and whatnot wasn't helping. Here's the thing. I think a lot of people have like really downplayed the hangover from last season. And whenever we talk about it, people will go, you're making excuses. And that's what annoys me a bit. That's why I said the other day, like, sometimes you just have to be a little bit more grown up about a conversation and a little less emotional and actually just talk about things logically. That's what we're supposed to do as much as we can. It's not an excuse. Don't get upset. Don't say how you're making this and da. There was a massive hangover from last season, I do believe. It is very difficult to get players up for it when it wasn't the only time we've had that bridesmaid feeling. It's happened quite a lot. Do you get what I mean? And like for the expectations to get as high as they got, and for us to think we were going to reach the pinnacle, and for us not to, it's kind of, do you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like, and again, I don't think it's like good that happened, but it's just reality. So Virgil's performances were kind of hangover based, exhaustion. We put that stat up during the season card. I don't ever remember during the World Cup, and Van Dijk had played more minutes than anybody in European football in the last 18 months, I think it was, or 24 months or whatever it was. Like it's just something that's unexplainable sometimes. He'll be fine.
I'll be honest,
he'll be completely fine.
I hear what you're saying, Griff.
Anyway.
I don't see how and why that can be used as an excuse, though, because
it's not an excuse, bro. It's just facts.
No, but it's not facts, because you saying there was a hangover it's not facts, because effectively you don't know how each player responds to it. And if mentally they can't handle that, then I don't know if they're at the right club, because we're not going to win everything every season. And to say that there was a hangover, we've got to look at our manager and we've got to look at the players then. Because if that's the case, then for me, there's just no excuse. Like
it's natural, bro. It's completely natural as a human being to be disappointed and find it difficult to get yourself going again.
No, but the reason I say this, Drift, is I don't think the players have underperformed because there was a hangover from last season. I think the players have underperformed because the tactics have grown stale. Some of the players were arrogant in their approach to games, and form is not something you can just switch on and off.
It's not just mental, by the way, the hangover. It's physical as well. It's not just mental, it's physical as well.
But that's squad management then.
No, but you say that, but let's be honest, regardless of how good your squad is, 80% of the players will still play most games. Like, you're never going to have a squad that's good enough for you to have everybody in your squad contribute even minutes. Man City are about to do a trouble. They've still got a core 14 players who've played more games than everybody else. Like, that's just how it goes. No elite level club has got 20 players who all get even minutes.
It doesn't work the number of players they use. It's about how they use the players. For example, case in point, at the beginning of the season, Haaland and De Bruyne were taken off pretty early in matches.
And Man City nearly fumbled the bag. Because if Arsenal never bottled it, Man City wouldn't have been able to win the league with the head start they gave Arsenal.
But we can say that all the time, but it's what Man City do.
That is facts. That is facts. If you look at the season, eight games to go, Arsenal were 8 points clear. Arsenal actually just fucked up. Man City were brilliant to go on that run, Cal, but they gave Arsenal an 8-point lead that any other club, and I'm not even joking, even Man United would have not given them back. They wouldn't have won the league.
All right, but here's the other side of that argument. Look at the players like Saka and Jesus and other players, Zinchenko, who started the season on fire, were brilliant up until the last 10 games, maybe. Could you not say that was burnout? Why? Because the squad wasn't managed very well. How many times did Saka play 90 minutes when the game was won? It's the same thing we've done. How many times is Salah playing? Bro, we're winning games like 5-6-0. Salah's still on the pitch. I'm sorry. From Salah's got even if Salah ain't got a goal, from we're 3-0 up, 4-0 up, and there's 30 minutes left, bro, it is what it is.
But here's the thing. I know Saka and a few of the other players did play the odd Europa League game, but they went out of both domestic cups very early. And if you include the European games, there can't be an Arsenal player that played more than about 45, 46 games this season. That's an average. To be honest, you can't really call a 45-game season burnout. Like, for a professional footballer, that's a pretty average season.
No, but this is what I'm saying. If you're talking,
but if you're using the context of using prior seasons, how many games did Saka play last season? How many did he play the season before? It's an accumulation. Same with Virgil, same with Salah. Like, this for me, in hindsight, is not a surprise seeing these players
the way they are. One, I think it's been arrogant how they've approached the season from the top to the bottom, but also just the accumulation of minutes in the legs. Like Virgil hasn't had a rest since he's come back from an ACL injury, and a bad ACL injury. That's bad squad management. Salah come back from the AFCON drift. Mane come back from the AFCON. Didn't even get a couple days break. They were straight back in the team. That's bad squad management. Luis Diaz had a really bad knee injury twice, came back and was straight back into the starting lineup. That's bad squad management for me.
But who do you play?
Robbo's been injured.
Who do you play?
Robbo comes into the team straight away. It's bad squad management, bro.
I'm not saying that there has been immaculate squad management, but what I'm saying is, for example, Matip and Gomez, for the most parts, have been poor this season, and Matip's been injured as well. So even though Virgil has played more than he should, who was going to play if he was dropped, bro? Ibu's even been injured quite a bit this season. So it's not like there was a guy on the bench fit, ready to go and inform, and Klopp just weren't playing him. There was nobody else in certain points of the season.
No,
so how can it be squad management if there wasn't available players or the players are playing crap?
That example you've given, Drift, I can't argue. That is spot on, bro. But I look at other areas of the squad and it's not the case. Robbo,
no, but I'm talking about Virgil in terms of like because obviously like you're saying he wasn't good enough. But like when was he supposed to be rested this season, bro? There weren't really a chance. Really, was there? When was there a chance to rest?
I didn't even want to say it, but
nah, like come on, we gotta be honest, man. If we're trying to get back into the like top 4 title race and all that, we know that he isn't a bad player, but like you're not gonna be like, yeah, play Phillips over Van Dijk for like 4 or 5 games in a row. We would be a bit like, oh, this is a bit mad. Virgil's still on the bench. Like we would find it a bit crazy. Do you know what I mean?
We say it's mad, but why should Virgil have a right to start over Nat Phillips if he's bruv, there was times in the seat, bruv. I take you back to Manchester United where Milner almost slapped the ponytail off this brother. He stood there, hands behind his back, half squatted over, watching Sancho, bro. Pick a spot. Drift, I'm not being funny.
I hear that.
So unacceptable.
I hear that.
Bournemouth, bro. Bournemouth. Crystal Palace, when Zaha ran through and he stopped running. How many times did you say, Drift, he's just stopped running? He stopped running. Why did he stop running?
Yeah. I agree with that.
So, bro, sometimes you got to throw in a Nat Phillips and do stuff like that because it says to Virgil, you're not God. You can be dropped. And, bro, I'm not being funny. Who's to say Nat couldn't have gone on a little run? I'm not saying Nat's ever going to be as good as Virgil. But you don't have to be as good as Virgil for us to have a solid defense. There's a difference between having a solid defense and Virgil starting attacks with his passing and doing fancy things a defender shouldn't have a right to do, like when the ball comes over, he flicks over a man's head with his header and all. But if you're talking about having solidity, then surely Phillips could have had a chance.
With the high line of bin solidity. I know we saw ifs and buts and hindsight is easy, but Phillips on a high line, we saw Phillips on a high line against Real Madrid.
But why do we have to play a high line then?
You can't change your whole tactics for one player. That is a bit mad.
Well, bro, you kind of have to sometimes. That's what we're asking the squad to do for Núñez.
No. That's different because if you have a defensive unit and you play a certain way, if a player comes into that defensive unit, you can't change the whole unit because of that one player.
Of course,
that is a bit.
That's what
that would be a bit mad still.
That's what
and then change it back in 2 games time when the other player comes back. That's a lot of like.
Drift, all you're effectively saying is instead of being at the halfway line, drop back 15 yards. That just means that the midfield comes to collect the ball.
No, it means the space between the defense and midfield gets bigger unless the defense midfield drops back. And then if the midfield drops back, then the strikers drop back. So you're changing the entire setup of the team just because Phillips is playing.
Well, yes, Drift, if you have to, that's what a manager gets paid to do.
But I'm not going to lie. It's easy to say that in hindsight because what you're saying is true. There was a lot of arse performances from Van Dijk. But when you actually deep it, though, it's just easier to keep Van Dijk in and just hope that he can be who we know he is than to change an entire strategy to bring in Phillips.
How?
That would be a bit mad. Unforcefully. If there's an injury, fair enough. But unforcefully, I don't know. That is a little bit mad.
But
But
we have a squad for a reason, bro. That's the reason for us. You can't have every player in the squad who's the same as everyone else, because then you become the same. It's the
no,
whole
but
reason we
your fifth
screamed
choice
about getting...
defender, your fifth choice defender effectively plays when you're in an emergency.
We were in emergency, bro. We had 2 fit centre backs apart from that, and one of them was stinking out the place.
Look, I don't know.
That's an emergency to me, bro. We did, bro. We changed the defensive system with Trent going inverted.
No, but that was different. That was because we were trying to evolve because of what was like the whole overall plan. It wasn't just like for 2 games and then we're going to go back to it afterwards, but literally just for this game because of this and that and rare. And again, no disrespect to Phillips. When you're changing the way you play for someone like Trent, you're changing the way you play for an asset. Phillips ain't an asset. So you're changing everything because he's incapable. He's not capable of playing what you want him to play.
No, he's just
so
different.
Effectively you're changing the system because someone's not good enough. If you change the system because
different.
someone's good, I get it. If you're changing it because someone isn't good enough, it's not worth the change.
No, you're
unless
not changing
it's
it because
forced upon you.
You're not changing it because he's not good enough. You're changing it because he's different to the others. There's a big difference. That would be the equivalent of me saying we can never play Nunes because we've always got to play with a false 9. That would be crazy, because you'd be like, but hold on, what about games where you want to rough up the defense or you want players running into channels and like, that's not your false 9 job. That's what you get Nunes to do. You have different tactics for different personnel and different opposition. Otherwise, we are very easy to play against. Hence why we are in the situation we're in right now, because it's predictable. No one should be sitting there as a manager. But the Brentford manager came out this season and said, we know how Liverpool plays, so that's how we prepare. Bro, that should never be happening. And that's happening because he sticks to the same blueprint. He sticks to the same thing. So hence why when Virgil or Gomez are stinking out the plays, he should be able to look at his bench and go, you know, and that you ain't played for a while. Gomez or Virgil's going to have to sit on the bench, and we're going to have to slightly tweak the system to accommodate Nat, which is going to give us more defensive stability. Because let's put it this way, if we're conceding less goals, it gives us a better chance of winning games. So yeah, you might lose something in terms of squeezing up the pitch and all this, but hey ho, you've just got to build up your attack different now.
Because I see where you're coming from. I'm just saying it's just a little bit.
He had no stability, bro.
No, I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying it's not as easy as saying.
He had his hands on his floor and his batty was out like that, bro.
Yeah. But nobody would have known that he was going to do that.
Look, you know the chat killing me.
My hands,
you got the chat.
But his bum was higher than his head.
Them man talk. Them man are talking. Innit?
Look,
his bum was higher than his head, bro.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm just saying it's a bit easy to say it in hindsight, and it's a little bit harder to do it going into a game when, yeah, it does make you feel like, you know what, he ain't been playing well, man. We should bring in this other guy. But then again, what can happen as well is, which is what a manager always has to think about, that I don't think that we think about, is if he brings somebody in and that player doesn't perform, everybody goes, you idiot, why did you do that? It's very easy to say it would be different because that's what we do as people who like kind of like are being judgmental. Fans are judgmental, innit? But what if Phillips come in and he was crap? Even though people will know that thing he was playing crap before, everyone will be like, but why was Phillips playing? Are you mad? Because look at the final day of the season. He made a couple changes. Everybody was vexed. That game didn't even matter and everybody was vexed. But he made changes in that game, right?
I think you're changing the context of the narrative there. The
but
reason
pretty
everyone
much
was
the same
upset,
team,
not because of the changes that were made, Drift, because the season as a whole was terrible. And then that was the icing on the cake for that crap season, that crap cake.
But nobody took into account that there were so many changes and it was different.
We did take into account.
The anger I saw on that day, Dave, nobody was taking it into account. But people were
because the anger was a culmination of the whole season, Drift. All right, Drift, I asked you then, yeah? Say, for example, I said to you, Drift, I go into the office every Thursday, but I get there late. Oh, do you take the same route every week? Yeah. I take the same route, but you're getting there late because you get caught in traffic. Yeah, but it's the route I know, innit? Wouldn't you be like, well, Cal, why don't you try a different route? Yeah, it could go wrong, bro. I could be even more late. But surely if I try it, I can find out something potentially different. If I don't even try Drift,
So,
What are we doing?
are you talking about over the course of the whole season? You mean? You
Bro,
kind
just
of
in
lost me a
general,
bit.
bro.
innit?
If I go to work 20 times and I take the same route 20 times and I'm late 20 times because of the traffic, and you say, Cal, why don't you try a different route? And I go, because I'm used to this route. I know this route. Wouldn't you just be like, Cal, just try it once or twice to see how it goes? You never know.
Well, I mean, in that scenario, I'd say, why don't you leave the house 20 minutes earlier?
No, but it's traffic. No, but you get the sentiment, though, Drift. But you get
Yeah,
the
I know.
sentiment.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, but
And then, don't get me wrong, Drift. I could go on the next route, and the next route I could be even more late.
even
bro.
worse. Yeah.
Yeah, but bruv, I tell you what, though, the route could be much better as well. To the point where I might even have a 20-minute lie-in, bruv, and I'll still get to work on time. But we won't know.
But with football, we've seen in the past, managers sometimes will try a thing. And I know this is a really bad example because he's such a shit manager, but look at Lampard in the last 4 or 5 games for Chelsea, where he realized that his senior players were just so arse, it was making him look even worse. So he started to bring in kids and play young players. And then everybody was like, this guy don't know what he's doing. And it got even worse. And
Lampard's
he probably,
the
in
worst
hindsight,
example
thinks
for you.
maybe I should have just kept playing the older players because
Lampard's
the younger
the
players.
worst example.
No, but you get my point. He tried
Lampard
to do
tried
the whole
get
like you're
2
saying.
teams relegated in one season, Drift.
No, but you're not
I
listening
was
to the.
this
You're,
close, bro.
you're thinking too.
Bro.
You're thinking too much about Lampard and not the point, bro. He tried to do what you're saying, take the different route, and it made him look even worse because there were kids who he thought would put more effort in and would try harder than the senior players, but they're just not good enough. So it made it even worse, and he was getting embarrassed even more. Do you get what I mean? Arsenal, Man United embarrassed the hell out of Chelsea, and he thought the kids would have done a better job.
You lot are killing me.
So I'm just saying, like, I get your point. I 100% get where you're coming from, but I'm just saying, like, it's very easy in hindsight to go, do you know what? Drop Van Dijk for that Man United game and bring in Phillips. Like, Van Dijk's been playing arse, man. It's very easy to say that. But then
we were saying it at the time, Drift. We weren't even saying it in
if
hindsight.
Phillips drops a clanger in that game, you're like, oh, fuck, you know. And it's very possible
we
he
were
could
saying
drop
that at the time instead of hindsight, Drift. So it wasn't just hindsight. We were saying that at the time.
I truly just believed that Van Dijk needed to just make more effort. That's what I thought he needed to do, but
maybe that effort comes, bruv, when he gets dropped. Because then you'll realize he's not one of the first names on the team sheet and he can't just act up a madness and do what he's doing.
I don't know. I think he'll be all right next season, though.
I hope so. It's going to be very uncomfortable as a season to watch him. Right.
You're all caught up now, Matt. You're upset. I know. I can see it on your face.
But I'm not. I'm letting you lot talk. You lot had a
not
lot
about
to
us.
say.
I'm talking about the fact that Sevilla. Nobody can tell me Sevilla haven't done some kind of soul selling to the devil to just keep winning, no matter how bad they play, no matter what's going on. Like, no matter who's in charge, no matter what. Like, how can one club just be so obsessed with one competition?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Seeing Sevilla win again
madness,
has made me so annoyed. Not like, oh, man's a Roma fan, but it's like it's the same team every year.
I'm telling you, they've done some kind of soul selling.
Bro,
They've won 7 out of 7 finals they've been in the Europa League. That is madness.
How many have they won now in the last 10 years? How many have they won roughly? Would you say?
All of them, 7. They've been to the finals 7 times in the last 10 years, and they've won all of them, bro.
They're moving like MJ. Do you know how stupid
it's absolutely madness, bro.
No losses.
No losses, and there've been about 4 or 5 different managers as well. It's never like it's like one guy doing that. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I was here
crazy,
for Mourinho
bro.
to mash up the party. Cause I was just like, you know what?
But Mourinho's never lost a European final. In fact, I don't even think Mourinho's ever lost a cup final. So their judge is so strong, it overthrown Jose's judge, bro.
I don't even like.
And we know what's going to happen next season. They'll get knocked out of Champions League and then drop into Europa.
Yeah,
and then try and go and win it again. Like,
probably do it on
not
purpose.
try,
They need to
not try, bro. They don't try and win it; they win it, bro.
It's so
it don't matter.
weird.
Extra time, penalties.
It's so weird.
Bruv,
I think Spain as a whole, Real Madrid. You look at Real Madrid and Sevilla's dominance of the 2 European trophies. They did some kind of judge. There's some kind of
kit colours and everything in it.
Yeah, there's some kind of judge going on, man. Like, it's crazy, bro. I don't know. There's some kind of judge, man.
It's so mad.
How about we
man.
stop speaking about it, because we might be speaking and getting onto certain teams that we don't really want beef with still.
Yeah,
They're
well,
man
we're
in
in that
higher,
competition.
they're man in higher powers, bro.
Well, we're in that
I hear
competition
you.
now, innit? So.
I mean, they're not even in it now, Bob. They're in the Champions League.
Oh yeah, no.
They'll be in it. They'll be in it back.
Do you want to bet they'll be in? Do you want to bet they'll be in Europa?
in February?
Yeah,
They'll be
they
back
probably
in
will finish third in the group. It's true.
it. Yeah, they'll finish
Do you know
back.
what I
in
mean?
it.
Them man will be like, "Well, you man saying about Europa though? What should we just?"
Well, we got unfinished business with them pussies, so we'll see.
I'm gonna tell you straight. I don't want Sevilla in Europa.
I do. I want to finally beat.
I
wanna
would.
beat
I
them,
would
bro.
prefer not to play them, but I wouldn't be scared of them.
What does the T-shirt say, fam? That's what I want to do. I want to engage.
That's what they did
Yeah?
to us, bro. Last time we played them.
But that was back in 2016.
That was a while ago, though. Cal. When was the
2016,
last
Cal.
time we-
What?
Daniel
They're
Sturridge.
still on the same thing.
No, I hear that.
Look at
They-
your
they-
team,
they-
guys.
smoke.
Guys, look at your TV right now.
Do you know what it is? They're the final boss of any. You see any game, they're the final boss. Innit? They're the
2016,
final boss.
Bro, 7 years later, they're still doing up the same thing, bro.
It's so stupid, though.
And
like-
do you want to know the weirdest thing? I know
2016.
we shouldn't go on too much of a tangent because this is the thingy, but if you actually think about this, Lamella and Gil left.
No, allow it.
And went to one of European.
I know.
Tottenham.
Oh my!
So
And both
you
of them
know-
were seen as not good enough to play for Tottenham.
No, but bro, it's so crazy when you watch. You know when you look at them individuals.
Suso left Liverpool, left the Brendan Rodgers Liverpool. Look at him now.
No, but I give no. But
no, but
this
he's
is-
been on a journey, Cal. That's a 7-year journey, bro. That's a long time.
Didn't he win Serie A with AC as well?
Yeah, I think he did. No, I
Right.
think he
No.
went to Sevilla last
did
No,
he?
because
season.
AC won it last season, didn't it?
Yeah, I
he
think
weren't
he
there
went
last
Sevilla
season.
Hold
last
on, Lamella's
season.
done it 2 years in a row. Hold on, Sevilla won it last season, didn't they?
Yeah,
Oh
he's
my!
got a double in it.
No,
Harry
Yeah,
Kane, you know where to
going
go
on, yeah.
next.
I ain't even gonna call him Eric anymore. I'm calling him.
Hey,
Easy.
Hey, Matt, you know what? Matt's got a point. If you want a guaranteed trophy
Hey,
before
Harry
you
Kane
retire,
should-
Harry Kane,
all you
go
see is-
Sevilla, bro.
Breaking news: Harry Kane has agreed personal terms with Sevilla. You're like, what? I didn't know. You see is Harry. You see, Harry Kane is. Yeah, obviously, I would have taken my talents to Sevilla. Obviously, they got a great manager. I don't speak Spanish, but they win trophies.
Oh yeah, it was Frankfurt last season.
Oh,
It was
Frankfurt.
Frankfurt.
They
last
got
season.
Suso, bruv. If Kane wants to win a trophy, go Sevilla, fam.
Oh, Sevilla.
What's their stadium name called again? Can you remember?
No idea, bro. Probably the Europa. They probably renamed it. Bro.
Probably.
The EL.
Probably.
Tottenham need to bring Brian Gill back though. He's a baller still.
No, see, he won't suit the Prem. He worked
might be a
in the
bit light
league
for
up.
the
Too
Prem.
physical. Yeah.
Now we thought that about a lot of players. As long as he learns how to handle himself,
No, bro, I'm telling you, Brian Gill's not. You can take. He's not a Prem. He's an
Right.
illegal player. For example,
he's not.
Drift.
He's no slimmer than Basetic.
Drift. Can I tell you something which makes no
It's
sense?
been in this country a little while now, bro.
Do you know who's arguably
Didn't
probably?
Gil come through their youth? Didn't they sign him at like 14 or something? He's been in the
No.
youth system for a while,
No.
isn't
You
he?
man
No,
are
no.
sleeping on something. Do you know who's probably just the arguably like the shortest and like maybe slimmest guy in the whole of Sevilla, and he plays at right back? Do you know who that is?
Jesus Navas, innit?
If he, you know how good Hayes Navas is in the Liga. If you put him in Prem, he's getting above.
He was all right at Man City, bro.
Not a right back.
At right back.
Yeah, maybe not right, but in terms of the physicality, he handled himself well when he was in the Premier
Bro,
League.
That's because it was too physical. What are you talking about?
No, he
Hold
got
on.
homesick, bro. He just wanted
yeah,
to go
because
back
he
to
was
Spain.
embodied.
No, it wasn't that, bro. He just got
Oh,
homesick, bro.
bro,
Some
I kid
people
you
just
not.
want to go
He
back
couldn't
home.
handle the physicality, bro.
I'm just gonna say this to you: Martinelli versus Jesus
Oh, my.
Navas, Luis Diaz versus Jesus Navas, Rashford versus Jesus Navas.
Any left winger, anybody.
No, but now
ugly.
you're talking about the skill and the pace of the player. Physically, Martinelli's not gonna rough him up. He's
Yes,
not like
he is, bro.
Martinelli's not that strong.
Bro,
Where is Martin?
Martin, have you? But Jesus Navas can't even
He's
fill out a
aggressive,
medium.
but-
He's lightweight. No, seriously, all just said
No,
he's very
I'm saying,
lightweight.
I think Gil could be all right. I think Gil will be all right.
No,
think
no. But you see, Jesus Navas, bro, go and see Jesus. Bro, he very like he kind of. I don't
No,
want to
he
say
is.
it like
He
that,
is.
but
But when he was
he's
in
very
the Premier
slight,
League, I
shall we
think
say?
he was
Very
all right.
slight, isn't he? Very.
But
slight.
anyway, apologies for going on that tangent.
Yeah.
But
So,
Spurs,
yeah.
bring back Brian Gill. That's a talent that you can't afford to dash away.
So, boys,
Hey,
a
hold on
sentence.
a minute. Is this Mount stuff true? Sorry, Cal.
Yeah,
go
yeah,
on.
he's agreed personal terms with Man United. It's agreed. He's agreed personal terms with Man United. He's going to Man United. Big up Saeed.
Hey, big up, Saeed.
Saeed.
Big up Saeed.
Hey,
I know.
Saeed,
Do you want to
listen.
know what? Yeah, everybody's laughing and joking. You lot already know. I rate Mount. I think it's a
I
brilliant
know.
signing.
It's just the way
I don't
Saeed-
think it's a bad signing at all.
he jumped in.
Nah,
with the-
Mason Mount ain't a bad
Just
signing
make
at
a
all.
beat.
You're not annoyed he's going to Man United, are you?
All right.
70 mil.
If we don't buy the players that we're
No,
supposed
Jeff,
to
answer
be
the direct
buying-
question. Are you annoyed he's going
No,
to Man
no, I'm
United?
being honest. If we buy who we've been linked with, no. If we don't buy who we've been linked with, yes, because I think Mount is better than a lot of the other people that
Would
we'll
you
probably
pay
end up
70
with.
mil for Mount?
No, I wouldn't pay 70. That's crazy.
All right, because it looks as though that's
Hold on, is that how much Man United are going to be paying?
apparently Chelsea
Oh.
aren't budging on the valuation. Saeed.
Wow, not 70. Nah.
Big up Saeed and the
nah,
rest of the
not
Man
70.
United
Right.
man them. Celebration
I'm gonna press the
time.
notification button tonight. Because
I'm not going to lie to you. Look.
I'm gonna be front row and
Celebration
center at Saeed
time.
If
Kane.
I rang my brother right now and put him on loudspeaker, we'd probably get a copyright. If
Bro.
I ring my brother right now and go, Mason Mount, bruv, I guarantee you he'll say something that'll get us in trouble. Oh my days, I need to holler. He might even
But
be watching,
no,
bro.
but
If you're
even-
watching, oh my days. No, I would
Even
have
if
signed
Mount
Mount
goes
for
for
50 though.
55.
No, I would have paid 50 for Mount. He's
Would you rather
English.
Don't
50.
you sound like Klopp, bro.
No,
What do you mean he's
that's
English?
So you got to throw 10 mil on.
Drift.
So he's a 40 mil player, but you're paying 50 mil
forget
because of the
Quick
Bro,
question. We're
that's
going on tangents. Quick
Premier
question.
League
Just
tax.
quickly.
50 mil for Mount.
Quickly,
Premier
just
League
quickly,
tax
Drift.
is real, boys.
Let me ask you. No. Forget the nationality for 1 second. Who do you think has a better skill set for what we need? Kone or Mount? Skill set, not
Two
skill.
totally different positions. I'm not skating. Two totally different positions, bro. Kone's defensive and Mount is attacking. It's very hard.
Kone
to
not
make-
defensive.
Kone
He's
was-
got more
Kone-
defensive nous about him. But
Yeah.
he's
So
defensive.
they're two totally separate
He's
mindsets.
he's more complete, in my opinion, than Mount. More complete.
Kone's
But he's
middle
not a
of the
better
field.
goal scorer.
Mount is an advancer. They're two totally different positions.
Would you rather
bro.
Catherine Tram or Mount?
I'd rather Kefram Thuram. But
Would you
again, they're
rather
still two
McAllister or
totally
Mount?
different-
Would you rather McAllister or Mount?
Oh, that's obvious. McAllister plays
But-
the same position as Mount, and he's just better. So that's
So who-
obvious, bro.
So don't
No,
let me hear
but
you
what
say
I'm
you're getting
saying is, no,
annoyed.
all right, say Liverpool, forget McAllister for a minute. Say Liverpool saying Kefram Thuram, Kone, and Mount. I think that'd be a brilliantly balanced midfield. You've got one who scores goals, and you've got one who marshals, and you've got one who defends. That would be brilliant.
No, Kefren Turam and Kone aren't defensive midfielders. Let's put
They're
that out there.
not.
But they're defensive minded, though.
They're
No,
they're
they're not.
ball
Especially-
carrying
especially-
eights.
No,
Kone.
they're not.
They're
not
ball
defensive
carrying
minded.
eights, bro.
No, but
They're
they're
not
more
defensive
defensive.
minded.
They're just better defensively. There's
you
a
know you can
difference,
be an
though.
8 who prefers to attack, and you can be a 8 that prefers to defend. They more prefer to defend than attack.
No, they
They're
don't.
better. They're just better
They're just
defensively.
better.
Yeah. For example,
They're
do you know what I
they're
would
not-
say?
They're not
You know,
defensive-minded
You know,
players,
Kefram
bro.
Thuram's not even that great on the ball, right?
What?
No. Do you know
Cal,
what?
him and Saicedo were about the same.
No,
I
they're
can't
not.
deal with that. I can't talk to her. I can't drift. Drift, you need a timeout, bro.
No. I don't. I've been analysing Kefram
What?
Thuram quite heavily in the last few months since we've been linked with him a little bit and seeing what was.
He's
Have you
not
watched it
good.
for the
And
last
he is
2
not-
years?
He is not better than Caicedo on the ball. I'm sorry, he's
I'm
not.
dealing. I'm not.
He's
I'm
not
I
better
can't.
than Caicedo on the ball. He's
Cal,
not.
speak to your brethren.
Are you?
Speak-
Hold
speak
on.
to
He's
your
Are
not.
you confusing
Speak to your
Kone
brethren.
with? Hold on. Wait.
Speak to your brethren. Speak to your brethren.
Can you just clear up what you just said?
Kefram Thuram is not better on the ball than Caicedo.
Speak to your brethren.
I think you lot are playing like the player and I've actually started to research, man. He's a brilliant footballer, but he is not brilliant on the ball.
Bruv, every
He's not
single
brilliant on
person
the
in
ball.
the chat disagrees with you, bro. Let me
That's
tell
fair. You lot will see.
I've
You
been
lot will see.
watching. Let me be honest. I've been watching
Kefram
Thuram for
Thuram
the
is
last
not better than Caicedo
for the
on the
last
ball,
2
I'm sorry.
years, bro. If there's one thing about Kefren Thuram, he's a ball carrying 8. Yeah. So firstly, he's 6'4". He's very languid style, but
He's
one
a
thing
ball-
they
he's
say,
a ball
but
winning.
one thing they say about him is the ball carrying abilities that he has is exceptional. So to say someone that carries the ball very well is not a better ball carrier than someone who likes to break up play.
Are you
That
sure
who
you
you
haven't wa-
say,
Are you sure you haven't been
"Bruv,
watching
this don't even
Marcus?
make no. I don't understand
He's
what's
not
going
even
on.
watching
No,
Marcus.
You're watching Marcus.
I've been watching Kefram. And
You
he's a
can't
brilliant
be.
player, but he's not better on the ball than Caicedo. I'm sorry, he's not.
I can't. Carl, you have to speak to your brethren, fam. I can't.
I'm confused, Drift. If you
I'm
said
so
this about
baffled.
Kone, if you said this about Kone, I'd argue it, but I'd kind of get you a little bit. Thuram on the ball.
I don't think you
is
know who Catherine
very-
Thuram is, fam.
It's all right. I know what I've been doing. I've been researching, man. So it's
Yeah,
fine.
like last week, bro.
Remember,
I've
I
watched it for
think
2
I
years.
think Caicedo's good on the ball. I'm not saying Kefram is crap, but I'm saying remember when Cal said he don't think Caicedo's got the ability on the ball good enough to play in our
Yeah, he's
system.
good, but he's not
Kefram
amazing.
is not better on the ball than
Take that
Caicedo.
back. Take that
Oh
back.
my
I said he's
God.
not, in my opinion, got the skills to play as a DM. As an 8,
Come on,
I'm all
bro.
No,
over
you
it.
said it's on the ball ability. You don't
As a
rate his on the
6.
ball ability.
As
bro.
a
Yeah, it's
6,
true.
I would
Drift
say
watching
the
Lily
same
and
thing
Thuram.
about Thuram. I say the same thing about Thuram in the 6.
Anyway,
You're
You're
Always
watching
been
Lillian,
like-
fam.
No.
I'm
Hold on,
telling
no,
you,
all
right.
Catherine is
stop.
serious.
I've always been clear on my stance on Caicedo. I have said in the 6, it's very different to playing in the 8.
Nah,
I do not want Thuram to come in and be our 6. Shout out to Jay, the activist. Me and him were speaking on Twitter about this. I don't want him to be our 6. I want him to be our number 8. I don't want Kone to be our 6. I want him to be our number 8. I don't want Caicedo to be our 6. I want him to be our number 8. But
remember, that's why we were having a conversation where me and Matt was convincing you, telling you he's played right back, he's got good dribbling skill. Because you said you don't rate Caicedo on the ball.
No, I didn't. I've never once said
Matt,
that.
am I losing my mind? Or did Matt say
Yeah, but I
did
have
Cal say he
never
don't
once
think
said-
Caicedo's on the ball ability is good enough for Liverpool?
Right,
And
No,
that
he
was
didn't
why I
say.
was-
He didn't say. No, he didn't say that.
I've
But he said
never
what
said
it is.
that.
He. I don't. I think what just trying
Am
to
I
say is
losing
you
my
didn't.
mind here?
Maybe you didn't rate him as highly as me and Drifted on the ball. You never said he was rubbish, but
Because
I think me and
wasn't
Drift
that the
rated
whole
him
point of the
higher.
I said
conversation
if
we
we're
had?
playing
Just rated him
Caicedo in
higher.
the 6, I asked, is he of the level of a Rodri or a Peak Fabinho on the ball to play as a 6? That has always been my argument.
No. But me, no. What? No. I hear what you're saying. What Drift's trying to say is, but he said it
As an
differently, is
8,
that
I've got
on
no
the-
problem with
on the
Caicedo.
ball. Me
A
and
lot of
Drift
people are
rated
saying
him
they remember
higher.
it still. I thought I was
2
losing
people
my
have said
mind
it,
for a
bro.
minute.
2 people have said it.
No, there's about 3 or 4.
Boy.
Anyway, I'm
So
just
not a lot
saying,
of
Getting off
people then,
subject.
3 people.
This is the end of the season show, you know.
it is. But I think Caicedo and Kefram are same type of ability on the ball. So
I think they're different personally, though.
No.
Personally.
they're
Like, for
different types
example-
of players, but I think
Yeah,
they're very
yeah.
similar with their on the ball ability. So,
Like,
Nah.
but if Cal was only talking about the 6, then fair enough. But I think that Caicedo's just as good on the ball. So therefore, that was what my argument was.
So let me ask you then, guys, for next season,
mhm.
in a sentence, what's your expectation? Matt, I'll start with you. What's your expectations for next season?
Minimum Champions League, full spot, minimum. And I'm expecting us to make a title challenge if we get. Do you know what? Actually, no. Let me not say that because I haven't seen us do the shopping yet. Have to do the shopping, but minimum have to get top 4. Minimum, and even then, I won't be happy because I want to see Liverpool go back to where they need to be, bro. And for the last how many years, people can say we're spoiled. I don't think we're spoiled because we're Liverpool, and even I have to disagree with my own manager. I love the manager, bro. I think he's the best man for the job. However, I disagree with even Jurgen Klopp when he says like we've been spoiled. Bro, you're managing the best team, the biggest team in England. Obviously, there's an argument to say Man United. I understand that and I respect it. It's about who you want to pick in it. Like if you split Manchester United and Liverpool. But my whole thing is that, bro, this underdog thing, I'm kind of over it now. Like we were underdogs when Jurgen Klopp took us over.
We have been underdogs since 2019.
Hear what I'm
Sorry,
saying, though?
2018.
No, but when
2018.
Jurgen Klopp took us over, we were underdogs because we didn't even have players, bro. Remember, Mane was the first person that flipping had pace that allowed us to actually get in behind. Pause. You get what I'm trying to say? Like we were allowed to play a different way of playing. It's been a minute, bro. But now let's start the underdog tactic. We are Liverpool. We should be challenging. And at least I want to see is minimum top 4 and trying to win a trophy. Because really and truly, the players that we have are better than what they have shown this season. Facts. I don't care what no one says. So even if you look at it and go, some people might say the shopping wasn't the greatest, and it might not have been the greatest, but the shopping was good enough to still get top 4 and at least try and win one trophy. Well, Liverpool, look at the players that we have at disposal. We always talk about how we got Virgil van Dijk, Robertson, we got Trent, all these players. The players let themselves down this season, and I think so did the manager, and I think the club did as a whole. And I think if it wasn't for us fans, my word, we'll probably be worse than 5th, because it wasn't for us fans that stick by the team no matter what. The team will be in serious trouble. So I'm expecting next season, bro, minimum top 4 and challenge for a trophy. Because I understand it's a rebuild and I know what Drift's saying. Because I know Drift's talking about expectations and it's like, okay, we can't just win the league necessarily next season. We have to wait and see about that. But expectation-wise, bro, we should at least be going for a trophy and top 4.
Drift, your expectations.
Title challenge, win the Europa League. Anything less than that, and I'll call next season a disappointment.
I hear that, Drift. I hear that you raised on me. Pause.
100%.
Pause. I had to do the quick pause there.
Yeah.
You know the quick pause there. I had to. You know if you're playing cards, it's like, okay. Yeah, man, I had to do the quick pause there because
you got
Drift just went now because Drift went one above me because I said top 4 and challenge. Drift said no, so I said top 4 in the trophy. Drift actually said title challenge. I respect that.
100%.
Highly.
One season off, just like we did in 2020. We take a season off and then we're back at it.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Anyway, that's another conversation.
But I think it'll be very difficult to do that with 8 new signings. That was the point I was making. You can't overhaul the squad too much. Otherwise, you'll cause a lot of confusion.
But just because 8 leaving.
I know. The way Cal worked it out for me, you're right. 5 would be all right. But I even think 5 first teamers would be very difficult. Do you get imagine 5 new people playing in the first 11? That's very hard to get them used to each other.
Mine wouldn't be 5 new starters.
No, but again, I'm saying if we did what we kind of want, and not what we do, Cal, we'd have a new partner for Ibu, and Virgil would be on the bench. We'd have a new right back.
No, I'd actually start Virgil. I'd start Virgil at the beginning of next season to see how he goes. So the centre back would be coming in to deputise to Virgil. If Virgil starts with his nonsense, then he's gone. Not all right. I'd change that. He's not gone. He's out of the team.
He's
holding bench.
He's on the bench. Yeah.
The right back, I'd want starting because I'm moving.
Whoa, we're linked with a centre back. Remember?
Yeah. I want the right back so Trent can move into midfield. The 3 centre midfielders, 1 or 2 will start. 1 will be rotated or have to play their way into the team. And then
I think 2 have to start of the midfielders. I think we signed 3, 2 have to start.
Yeah. Well, depending on, again, I don't think Jones deserves to just be dropped straight away.
No, he's the one I'd play.
Trent. I'm playing Trent in midfield. I'm not doing this. Yeah, bro. I'm not doing this inverted team. I'm done with that, bro. Either you go hard or go home, bro. No pause.
If we get Inicio, I'm fully on the inverted thing because then you've got him, Virgil, and Ibu in a 3, and they're proper centre backs. But you know what I mean? He can move to the left if we go back to the 4. And then you've got the Kone or Kefram.
It becomes predictable.
It doesn't become predictable if you're good, though, Cal. It's predictable when your players aren't good enough. No, but effectively, every formation eventually becomes predictable. Like, no matter what you're doing, Arsenal might have not won the league because they became predictable. Like, every formation, eventually, people will do their homework on you, right? Especially when you're the best. So eventually, every formation becomes predictable, but that's when you do have to rely on the ability of the players being too good for the opposition to handle. We were predictable in the 4-3-3 in 2018, 19, and 20. You know, we're just so good, no one could do anything about it. But we were still predictable. And then what happened? We still knew what we were going to do.
And then what happened, bro? We got found out.
No, the players just got too tired to keep doing what they were doing.
The tactics went stale as well.
But you could change up
the tactics. No, Drift. Hear me out. We changed up the tactics twice this season, and both times we went on a run. We changed it when we went to 4-2-4 and when we went to the inverted. So when we changed tactics, we've gone on runs. When we stuck with 4-3-3, that's when we've become stale and unstuck.
Well, you just have an air of unpredictability. So we're playing against a team that we know we're way better than. We invert, we dominate. If you're playing against a team that might be able to match us or could be slightly better, then you go back to the 4-3-3. You have the combativeness. You start to press again. Flexibility. That's what we want, right? We've always called for just flexibility.
Well, why not just take the onus away from Trent to have to defend and put... You're basically making a centre-back have to do 2 jobs, and you're making Trent have to do 2 jobs when you can just get a player who does...
If we're dominating the ball, there won't be much defending going on.
No, but it is. If anything, there's more because teams are going to try and catch us on the break. So Trent's going to be...
You still got to defend. I know what you mean, but...
I hear you. But if you put 2 or 3 absolute dons in the midfield, if you got Kefram and McAllister in midfield with Trent, we're not going to be doing the turnovers quick, losing the ball and the space and all that crap like this season, where teams are able to just get the ball off us quickly and counter-attack on us. We'll be squeezing the life out of these fuckers.
All right, so Drift, but
you know
imagine
what I mean?
now.
So
imagine you go and get...
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Imagine you go and get a capable right back and you just say to Trent, you just defend the midfield area now, as opposed to you defend the midfield. So what formation we go to,
Cal, with Trent in midfield then? Like, what is our base formation and with Trent in midfield?
4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, however you want it, bruv. I'll spread it.
Because I thought everybody. I thought the fan base as a whole was done with 4-3-3. Like I thought everybody was like,
I'm done with 4-3-3 every single game, bro. I'm happy playing 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 3-5-2, 3-4-3. I'm happy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Flexibility. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So there will be times for Trent to do the inverted. That's what I'm saying. There will be times for him to do it
for a whole season though, because that's Klopp's thing. That's Klopp's thing.
Yeah. I wouldn't do anything for a whole season. Yeah, I hear you.
So for me,
I even think 4-2-4. There's going to be games when 4-2-4 will be better.
All right.
Like, now you get what I'm saying? Like even 4-4-2. There might be some games that we can run a 4-4-2, bruv. Like,
the reason I'm saying a right back is because, brother, I'm gonna be real with you. You see games like if we're playing Brighton, for example. I love Trent. I want to see him get cooked every single season by Matoma. I'm just being real with you.
Yeah. I'd go 4-3-3 against Brighton as well. Yeah, I would.
No, but I'm talking about I'd play a different right back against Brighton. I'm not playing Trent at right back. What am I doing that for? We've already seen how the movie ends, innit? We never. But this means for a rematch between Overeem and Garnu, did we? We never asked for a rematch.
But this means there's going to be some games that Trent's going to have to accept he might be benched then.
Yes, brother. Why is there such a problem?
No. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, there's going to be players that are going to have to get used to this. Then,
KDB gets benched.
Brother, I am a Liverpool football club fan. Yeah. I don't support any footballer.
No, not even bet. Well, I know what you mean, but when Pep says you have to sit down, just sit down and rest yourself. You know what it is?
I'm not saying it shouldn't happen. I'm just saying there's going to be a lot of players getting used to some new things then, isn't it? That's what
if the manager's willing to make those changes. But you know what, though? It stems from the manager. Because the manager has to be brave enough and go, do you know what? Trent, you've played 9 games in a row. I don't want you to pick up no little niggle. Sit down for the next 2 games and I'll bring you back in. Because I'll be honest, if there's one thing about Pep Guardiola, he's not afraid to bench his stars, innit? We've seen it. Like, bro, he would just be like, do you know what? You're not playing for the next...
He was fucking around a bit, though, because once he realised he needed to go on a run, he stopped doing all that.
But no. But do you know the difference? Business end of the season because he done the rotation during the season.
But he nearly dropped the bag though. That's what I'm saying. We got to be honest. If Arsenal didn't bottle it, Pep dropped the bag in the early parts.
But Man City done what they always done. That is be the best version of themselves from pretty much around Christmas time. And Arsenal didn't know what that was like. And we tried to tell them, but they didn't
give us an 8-point lead. They ain't winning that league, bro.
But if I'm not mistaken, back in 18-19.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't say it. Don't say it.
No, not in April, Cal.
No,
we didn't have an 8-point lead in April.
Yeah, not in April.
Not necessarily in April.
Arsenal had an 8-point lead in April, you man. If they'd have beat Liverpool at Anfield, they went 11 points clear.
I know.
There is no way that Man City should have given them that much of a lead, guys. Come on, let's be real.
But it happened, didn't it? And
Arsenal's Arsenal and Tottenham, the only 2 teams in the league that dropped that ball. I swear to you, even Man United don't drop that ball this season. If Man United
this current Man United team,
Man United team have an 8-point lead in April, they win the league. Guys, come on. We have to keep it a buck.
Bro, Man United,
No, they
Drift, do you know what
don't,
they
bro.
don't? Man United were how many points ahead of us, yeah? About 2 months ago for the full spot. Bro, they made us think we had a
There were
chance
only
at one point.
7. There were only
No,
7
it might have
points
been
ahead of us.
more.
No, it
What's
was
7 and
7.
8? There's 1 point in that, bruv.
Even
And we were
But they
Liverpool this season.
but they had games in hand. So like it looked like 7, but it wasn't really because if they won their
So did
game in
Man
hand,
City.
then it
Man
wasn't.
City had a game
bro,
or two in
this
hand as
Man
well.
United team is not what
No,
you think
Arsenal
it
had
is.
the games in hand, Cal. That was what the madness was. It was Arsenal that had the games in hand. That's what was so weird. That's what was so remarkable about the fact that Arsenal bottled this. Don't you not remember it was Arsenal that had the games in hand over City?
Arsenal, no. Arsenal did bottle the league. However, what I'm still trying to say is though, City do what they normally do. And you want to know what's quite telling? Shout out to the people in the chat that
Bro,
mentioned this
Sorry,
last
RM
year.
said it was 8 points. City had a game in hand, and they still had to go to the Etihad.
Oh, fair play.
Nah, I'm sure Arsenal was the
Arsenal did
team that
have a
had the
game
game
No,
in hand.
just what I was gonna say though, it's quite telling. Man City don't play many pre-season games. I remember some people in the chat were saying they only play about 2 or 3. Bro, we play about 25, and then we got triple sessions on top of that, and we got to integrate new man in.
Yeah. But
And then we wonder why we're
we've
knackered.
already changed that. Klopp's already
Yeah, I
said
know.
training has changed. I don't think we're going to be doing that hard in the paint shit anymore.
Bro,
Training's
I really,
changed
bro.
at the back end of last
When a man
season.
says training is our transfer, you have to be worried still. You have to be. All jokes aside, you have to be worried, innit? When a man's trying to compensate, man said training is our transfer. Boy.
Coping
Right,
mechanism with
Saudi
FSG.
But they're all in bed together, bro. Jay says,
One don't
"How
wanna
big
be
up with
there.
these links?" Say again.
One doesn't want to be there. They want their own bed.
Well, why would you sign a new contract? But we could do this all day, bro. Klopp wants to be there, or else he wouldn't be. Like,
He might
want his own bed, but he's still there.
Every time I see him with John W. Henry, bruv, they're hugging and smiling and laughing, bruv. That don't seem like a fractious relationship.
Me and my brother used to smile and hug and stuff, but I still wanted my own room when I got older.
Klopp seems to be all right, bruv. Klopp seems to be all right, giving up the top bunk. Sultan says, big up Kopish. If we get Kone, Thuram, and McAllister and Inacio, we will cook them, man. I can't lie. Cal, you watch Tough. Matt out here quote tweeting a fake Anfield talk page. I don't even know what you said.
No, so basically, this is where people get they're so.
You got stung.
No, people are so gullible. So there was a fake Anfield talk page, yeah, and one of them must have put like, "We're getting Thuram," and obviously I knew it weren't really them because the real Anfield talk, they actually follow me. I figured the Anfield talk, they actually follow me. I knew it wasn't them. I'm just giving someone their props, and people are like, "Oh my god, Matt has fallen for this fake Anfield talk." Like, I'm like, no, people, I'm just having a laugh. Like, chill. Relax.
I haven't watched Tough yet, so don't ruin it for me, please, anyone. I've got that on my list.
Go check and see if Anfield Talk actually follow me.
Tough, the Halle Berry film, right?
No, bro, the Ultimate Fighter.
Oh, okay. I'm sure Halle Berry made a film.
No, you're lying, Matt. Oh my god, jeepers.
Pete says Drift for me, it's a 3. If you start 5 and you've had a bad season, surely it has to be less than a 5. Wish we could see more of Doak. Yeah, more Doak, more Musiałowski. Can we see Musiałowski this preseason, please?
No, I think he might be done. I think he's still chilling with the F2 man then when they done that video.
We're not going to see more of Doak unless he's the backup winger though. Because
Mark, me and you are gonna really get into it, I swear down. Because you know what's so mad, yeah? People just quickly, Cal. I don't really know, just quickly. People want to talk about like I don't know, like sources and that, yeah. But you see, when people talk about even like talent ID, I swear it was me that said Botman from 2 years ago. I swear it couldn't have been me, surely. I said it was me, Cal, because Cal's got the best memory. Cal, did I not even mention Thuram from 2 seasons ago in a members video? There's certain man that I've said from time. That's what I'm gonna say. Just gonna say, we move. Allow it.
Long distance Liverpool says if Man City finish 5th with no seasons, what rating are you giving them, guys? 2.
If they finish 5th with no trophies, what rating would I give them?
Yeah.
I mean, no, I don't think I'd go that low.
Why not?
With the resources, are you?
I don't think I'd go. No, but I still wouldn't go as low as 2.
Man
2
City
is
finished fifth,
unbelievably
and
low,
resources
you
are
know.
not a problem, and they are allowed to do whatever they like because no one will step to them. Yeah, it's a 2 for me, bro. It's a 2 for me.
Jay says, how much better was Jones to finish the season? What was the average for his run at the end? Oh, Jay, I ain't done a breakdown like that. I'm not part of the analytics team, Jay. What? They're gonna have to pay me to do that stuff.
He definitely brought his
He
definitely brought his thingy up in the
Yeah.
last like 7 or 8 games, though. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
H says the ending position of the players are pretty okay, but ratings seem a bit high. Feels like most players need to drop a tier. It feels like that, but here's the thing. Here's the flaw about our ratings. There's always going to be some sort of bias in there because we're all subjective in our ratings. So, say for example, I rate Salah an 8, Drifty might rate him a 6, so he might go down to a 7, for example. So yeah, I'm not saying these ratings are the be all and end all. I'm just saying from the ratings we've given throughout the season, this is the most fair way we can do it on the channel. Because if we sat here right now, we'd probably all say Ali a 9 or a 10.
Yeah,
But throughout
agree.
he must have had games where he wasn't up to par potentially for him to get an 8.5 or a 9 or a 10. So this is the best way of doing it. Because look, my memory is good. I can't remember the player ratings we gave to the team after the Man United game, for example. Because that Man United game, that was a horror show. I'm talking about the Old Trafford one, for example.
Oh, the Old Trafford. Yeah.
That was a horror show.
That's true.
The game against Crystal Palace, Matt, you gave player ratings. That was a horror show.
Bro, I don't even know if I did. I don't even know if I did player ratings. I think I'm just speaking to the people about something else.
Wolves away, guys. Brighton
this
away.
is the thing.
The Brighton one was mad.
This is the thing, though.
That was the Ice Spice stuff.
If you look at where our players are and they're all in that middle bit, right? That's because we never had any meaty grey area type of performances, really. Some people were either being really poor and we were giving them 4s and 3s, or they were excellent and we're giving them 8s, 9s, and 10s. So that's probably why they've all averaged out somewhere in the middle. Because people are forgetting, even people like Gomez, he's had absolute clangers, but he's had superb games. There were games and he was getting 9s and 10s. The Rangers game, the City game. Man City game. I remember the Rangers game. I'm sure he got like an 8.5 in the Rangers game. And there were other games. He wasn't just pants for every game.
But when you average it out, though.
That's why he's here. Because some games are up here, some games are down here. So that's why he's averaged out in the middle. That's what I'm saying.
Jay says Mount to United. Big up Saeed.
Sorry, Cal. One last thing, because me and Mark, you see you, Mark. Cal, who was the first person? I don't like doing this. That mentioned Szoboszlai from 2 years ago, bro. I said he could be our KDB.
That was you.
Thank you, brother.
And you got hay fever.
That one hurts me. That one hurts me because
2 years ago, man said it could be our KDB. You know.
Yeah, I did want to.
And now everyone's going Szoboszlai.
I might claim Szoboszlai if we ever sign him, though.
I swear down. No, you can't do that.
Well, no, but at least I'm being honest with you.
You can't do that, bro.
I'm being upfront.
You know why you can't do that?
Can I ask you?
Because you are Captain Jack Sparrow.
If none of you lot believe that Kone or Kefram should be our number 6, considering there's a possibility that we might sign both of them, what is the outlay for the squad then? Flacco still playing in the 6 and one of them holes.
No. So if we're only gonna buy two midfielders, I've already gone on record and said I want a 6 and an 8. If we're only gonna get
no, but let's go with the premise, because this is all we know, that the 4 players that we're talking to, we actually want. So McAllister, Kefram, Kone, Inacio. That's a defender and 3 midfielders.
That's true.
So what would be the scenario then? One of them's holding bench and Flacco still playing.
It would have to be.
Or Basetic is playing.
That'll be begrudgingly. I know what Klopp.
So which one would hold the bench? Kone?
No, but do you know? No, do you know?
Because Kefram's the better of the 2.
Cal, what did I say?
It depends on your position.
Cal, what did I say to you earlier? And I know this is going to hurt a lot of people. Pause. I'm worried that we're only going to get one or the other, if I'm being genuinely honest. I think, or Kefram Tram. I don't think we sign both because I think the McAllister deal is very, very close. And I think we're exploring both deals for Kefram Tram and Kone, and we're seeing which one will be the easier deal. And from what I can see, the Kone one will be easier to deal with. There's a bit more clubs interested in Catherine Thuram. Even though we've spoken to both players seem like they want to come to Liverpool, but I think the Kone one is cheaper because Mönchengladbach are in more financial troubles as well, and they want to reinvest the money. So that's why I feel like it's gonna be. If someone said to me, "Who do you think Liverpool gonna sign?" right now, I would just say Kone and McAllister are the two centre mids that I think Liverpool will go for. I don't think we get Catherine.
I know it's a wild take.
I want us to, but
I know it's a wild take.
So, but
I'd probably go for Kone and Thuram over McAllister if I had to be pushed and get a 6 instead of McAllister.
Bruv, you know what? So would I.
Nah. We gotta have a little bit of that sauce in there, man. McAllister brings the sauce, man.
What did you say will bring the best out of Fabinho? What did you say?
Oh yeah, Kefram and Kone would bring the best out of Flacco.
Bruv, the man would do cover.
He'd have Rocksteady and Bebop back with him, bruv. Yeah,
He wouldn't have to
would
do
be
anything.
Yeah. Just marshal the ting. Yeah. I hear you. But what about the talk that if Rice goes to Bayern Munich, that will chase Gravenberch?
No.
Another player who ain't a 6, really.
No. See, the Gravenberch thing,
I think we're not getting a 6 because Klopp is happy with his choices at the 6.
Bayern is stubborn though. Bayern don't want to, right as things stand right now, unless there's some movement within Bayern, they will not solve Gravenberch. Hence why we've moved on to
Gravenberch will go, bro. If they get they're playing
different positions. I would say it's hard to say.
No, but it's a midfield place though, remember. Like it's a place.
Yeah, it's more about whether he would push for. If he pushes for the move, I think we can get him. But there's also rumors as well that Man United, remember, would Ten Hag. Maybe worked with him, Ten Hag, innit? You have to be careful with them there as well.
I think for the balance of the squad, Gravenberch, Kefram, and McAllister would make more sense. Like if you're just thinking about the balance of the team,
Gravenberch, Kefram,
because you're getting a bit of everything with all three of those players.
I hear that.
Do you get what I mean? Kone and Kefram, I think, are very similar, whereas Gravenberch I think he's a bit different.
Yeah,
Kefram and Kone aren't similar.
From my scouting, I find them two very similar.
They're both good at ball carrying, but I would say Kone is more refined in the final third compared to Kefram. That's one thing I will say. So, like, even though on the basis of their ball carriers, they're still kind of different. Basically, Kefram, in my opinion, is better defensively than Kone, but Kone is better offensively. So, but what's so mad is
I'd kind of switch you know, man. I think Kone might be better defensively.
No, I think Kefram is. I think Kefram's a better ball winner, shall I say? I think he's a better ball winner.
Or I'd probably go Kone.
But then it's not just about ball winning, in it. You got to think about like who can read the game. There's a lot of I don't know. It's hard to say in it, but
I agree with Cal. I'll go Kone's the one slightly better defensively.
I don't know. You know, I don't know.
Oh, that's why I would rather Gravenberch.
If we were to get Kone, Thuram, McAllister, we still need a DM. I hate to say it, we still need a DM. So unless he's signing 4 centre midfielders, he's gonna have to sacrifice one of the 3.
I think we'd be all right, you know.
Flacco is not it anymore, and neither is Jordan Henderson. And to put all of that pressure on Bišćetic is neglect at the highest level.
No, but I don't think it is a lot of pressure if you look at the way he handled this season. And if he's got 2 absolute generals next to him, if you've got Bišćetic sitting in there and you've got Kefram and Kone playing with him, it'll be all right.
Can I just say, do you know so imagine
bad injury? He's 18.
No, I hear that. Liverpool 2.0 would literally be, I'll give you an example. You got Kefram Thuram and Kone.
Oh my
God. If we get that, if we get that, we're doing OnlyFans. I don't even know what the content will be, but it'll be after match time. I don't put on your VPN. I don't know where it'll be a madness. Pause.
No. But you missed the real trick because really, even though I rate Ugarte very, very highly, bro, it would be Caicedo, Kefram, and McAllister.
Not in the 6.
That's what Caicedo would be best for.
No, you got probably better, more natural.
No,
No, you guys more natural six.
No,
What it is? What it is? I'll be honest.
Kai
You know what it is?
Sado in the six, you're wasting a lot of his talent.
Caicedo,
You're not
what it is,
wasting him
No,
anywhere, bro.
I know how just thinking.
You're not
Just
wasting
sees
Caicedo anywhere.
like how he sees a bit of Kante. You know that Kante can do everything, and he's sick
bruv.
That's how
Everything,
just
bruv.
seeing Caicedo.
He does
But that's
what
the
you
point.
need him to
But
do,
Kante
bruv.
was never a DM. Kante was never a DM.
Yeah, it's
No,
kind of true.
there were games
Make
when
a
he was,
difference.
but I know what you mean. He was a
No,
box
he
to
was
box.
never a DM, bro.
No,
He
no,
might
there were
filled
games.
in.
There
No.
were games when he
No,
when he
filling
was,
in now and bro. Caicedo's fielding at right back. He's not a right back, bro.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Caicedo is only 21, bro. So you can actually refine him into whatever you want. So you take the raw attributes and you just make him a 6, bro.
Eight, bro. He's an 8.
Bruv, you just make
trying
him
to
a
play,
6,
man.
bruv. You just
Why?
take all of the because he's
Why
so
make-
capable,
But
bruv.
why make him a 6 when you can go out and get a bona
I'm
fide
upset.
6 already and then let him
No,
develop?
but if
in
we
his
if we buy
natural position?
McAllister and Kefram, we
Mourinho,
don't
what's
need
that
him
other
to
one?
play
Plays
in the
that
8, bro. We don't
Bruv.
need him, Cal.
No,
We've
but
got
dude-
those two. We don't need him to play 8, bro.
No, but if he's that sick in the 8 at 22, yeah, why not let him be more refined in the position he's natural at rather than trying to change his position and then re-refine him? When you can just go and get a DM to do what a DM does and then go and get Caicedo to do what Caicedo does.
You know, for
I'm
Brighton,
done
Caicedo
with
plays
this
6,
whole-
right?
But I'm done with this whole remolding thing. What's that film where the man and
Plays
the
in
woman
a
are doing the
pivot
clay
still. I
thing,
know what you're
bruv?
saying.
They're doing the clay thing. I
You
don't
get what
want
I'm
any
saying?
more of that, bro.
No,
Just
no,
go
but
and
Cal,
buy-
for
go buy the
Brighton, there
pot
are
and the
large
pan, bro.
parts of his game that is as a 6, bro.
Brother,
He's
I
just
don't
so
fry
good. He
eggs in the
plays
pot.
everywhere, bro.
Drift, I don't fry eggs in the pot, bro. I use a frying pan.
Yeah, but
I
you
ain't got
can fry it
time.
in the pot if you need to.
Yeah, exactly. But I ain't got time to get that pan.
I'm
and
not
start
gonna lie, egg in a
remolding it.
pot's a madness.
That's what I'm
Egg
saying.
in the
I ain't
pot,
got time
you
for
know.
that.
Egg in a pot's a madness.
Man, just
Go
said
and
the
get me
boy
a
like the
six.
egg in the pot, you know.
Get me a
Why
6
like
and
the
2
egg,
8s, bro. That's it.
Bruv. No, but what you got to remember is as well, I think we're
Mm.
forgetting that in this new way that Klopp wants to play, I truly believe that will be fluid. And I think players will just be taking it in turns in the different areas of the field, depending on whether attacking, defending, where people are, and it'll just be fluid. I don't think it'll be like it used to be, where it's like, Flacco, you sit here, you stay here, and you don't do nothing, but you just sit here. I think it would be like, you know what, if Caicedo decides to go forward, Kefram, you step in. Like it would. I think it would be a fluid midfield. So it wouldn't even just be you're just here, you just do this, and that's all you do. It would be fluid. You
No,
know what
I
I
hear
mean?
you. I hear you.
That happens in any great team.
No, but it happens a lot less in.
I haven't
certain teams
got a
based
problem,
on the
bro.
ability of the player, right?
Let me put this like clear. I've got no problems with Liverpool to sign Caicedo, Kevin Turam, and Manu Kone. And Liverpool said Caicedo, well, no, you're not definitively a 6, but you can play 6. I have no problems with that. But what I am saying is, if let's say like there was actually, do you know what though? As much as I think you got is a better in terms of just like sweeping up and doing Mascherano settings, it's Ugarte, innit? But if you want something a bit more, that's where you go Caicedo. I don't really mind as long as we get the tree combo meal deal, because that's what we're missing out on.
Caicedo's the one that won't happen. He's
As
the most
Liverpool
expensive
stand right now, this is the bit where I worry. We're gonna get a drink and chips and no burger. When really truly we should be getting the meal deal. Am I lying, people?
No, Matt. If you're only picking one, you got to get the burger and the drink.
No.
You
but
can't get chips and the drink without the burger.
No, but that's how I.
What he thinks will happen. Not what
No,
he
but
wants.
that's what. So yeah, I'm not saying I want that. I'm just saying this is why I'm.
So what's Kefram, a drink or the chips?
It doesn't really matter. But we're not getting the full. We're not getting the meal.
No, I'm just asking because who would be the burger?
We're going to Boots and we're being stupid, and someone goes, "Are you gonna get the meal done?" We're like, I'm gonna pay for it separately. I'm gonna get the sandwich. I'm gonna buy a crisp. I'm gonna go and get a drink that's not part of the meal deal. So she looks at you and goes, "Why don't you just go and get that drink?" Because no, I don't want that one. It's like, all right, cool, do your thing in it. That's what we're doing in it. We know what the combo is, and I feel like.
Depends how tired you are, bro. Because the Red Bull ain't in the meal deal, but I see enough man pick up the Red Bull because they're having a long day, bro.
But the meal deal is an exception. You know, but when it's an exception, you make those exceptions. All jokes aside, yeah, my worry is Liverpool are gonna get us excited pause and get us Kone and McAllister, and I kid you not, remember when I say this, yeah? We're gonna be gassed. Who's the next signing? And then 2-2, it gets to like close to the end of the transfer window, and then we just go and get one defender, and then that's it. And then we look
I'm
at it
gonna
and
be
go,
real.
we just
If we
need
only
one
get
more
Kone
midfielder.
and McAllister, it's not enough.
It's not in. That's how I feel
Not
about it as well.
Hold on.
It's-
If we get Kone and McAllister and then we get players in other parts of the team,
it's
I'm
not
fine
enough.
with it. If
But
we
you know-
only buy them two and we don't get any other transfers
No,
at
you're-
all, then it's not enough.
You're fine with it, but
we
it's
get a
not
centre
enough though.
If we got a top quality centre back and then them two in midfield, I would not be moaning. Honestly, I wouldn't.
So you want out of this summer 2 midfielders and a centre back? You think that's enough?
No, because I'm basing it off of what we know our owners are like. We
No,
have to
forget
throw
about the
realism
owners,
in
bro.
this.
No,
We
but
can't
don't
no,
stop
we-
doing that.
We
the
have
owners.
to throw realism in it, guys.
No,
we have to.
all right. If you're throwing realism,
That's
in
not
this,
realism, and that in a weird way.
Klopp doesn't want to get rid of Adrian, and he didn't want to get rid of Milner. But we can't just keep on saying it's the
why are you
owners.
bringing Klopp up? That's gonna,
No, but bro, when you say realism,
I'm
the
talking
owners
about
aren't realistic in
money
what
and
we need.
budget.
As
Bruv,
I'm
they're
talking about
all in
budget.
it together.
I'm
Bro.
talking about budget-wise. I'm
Bro.
being realistic because
Yeah,
those
budget.
3 players I said is well over 150 million, and we've never spent more than 100 million in the summer. Remember that. Other
but
than
that
the
budget's
one
not
time we sold
realistic for
Coutinho.
Liverpool. You're just going by what you know. But what I'm
But
saying
until
is
the owners do any different, I've got nothing else to go
no.
off.
What I'm saying is the budget that we've been left to believe every single season is pretty much nothing. I understand where you're going with that, yeah. But realistically, for Liverpool, we need at least 3 midfielders. At least 3 midfielders. We do.
Yeah, we
kinda
know
do.
this.
That's
We know
realistic. Not unrealistic. That's
No,
realistic.
no. That's the perfect scenario. It's not
No,
realistic though. We
no,
know what
perfect will be
Liverpool
going-
are like, bruv.
No, Perfect will be getting 4 midfielders. What are you talking about? 4. Think about
I
it.
mean, I think 4
Two
midfielders would be a bit overkill, wouldn't it?
No,
3 have left.
not at all.
3 have left.
No,
Thiago's
well, I'm
getting
talking
mixed up
about
as
4
well.
high quality ones. If you're
Hear
talking
what-
about
no,
like
no,
a
no.
squad player, cool. If you buy
Hear-
4 starters, I mean that's a bit overkill,
Bro,
right?
hear
Then
what
how
I'm
do you
saying.
fit everyone in?
3 have already left. Yeah. Naby, Ox, and Milner. Yeah.
But you replace them
And-
with a squad player then, not a starter.
and there's 2 that are questionable, shall we say? Let's just say for some of them questionable. That's Sabia and Henderson. So let's remember that's 5. I've just named 5. yeah?
Thiago has
and,
to be in the category. of
and
questionable
Thiago's
as well.
injury prone, and I'm saying 4. It sounds crazy because that's not what we're used to seeing. That's all that is,
I don't think any team would buy 4 midfielders in one summer.
bruh.
Not
That's
even
because
Real
no
Madrid
team
would
lets
do
their
that.
squad get to this situation. in
Yeah,
midfield.
No, but I
Really?
mean, even if they had to, that would be too much. That's too
No,
many
but-
people to get used to playing.
But
together
teams
all
aren't
at the
stupid
same
enough like
time.
us to leave everything. You know what we done, Drift?
We've left it all to chance because
Oh,
we were arrogant.
I know all that, but we've just got to face the reality we're in right now.
Drift.
4
Tesco closes at
midfielders.
11.
All at the same
Yeah?
time.
Tesco closes at 11, and you've gone at 10:59, and you expect to get all your weekly shopping. That's what we've done, innit? We've been.
Alright, bruv, I've had the security guard follow me around getting hella vexed before. I've kind of done that.
And I bet there's probably been things when you've gone home and gone, oh man, I've missed out a few bits.
I
'cause
looked
rushed."
him in his eyes.
was
I
rushed.
literally did this on Monday. I looked him in his eyes and I said, "Big man, I only need milk." And he went, "Ah, go on then." And he saw me pick up a trolley, but he
Ah,
pick up
no,
a
they dashed
basket.
you out, bro.
He saw me
No,
pick up a
we're
basket.
fighting.
And then
'Cause
he
I wanna
looked
go
at me,
home.
and then someone else tried to come in, so he had to go to block them. So I,
Bro, I'd have followed you around the shop as well, bro.
Innit? Man would have thought, I'd be like,
I'd have had the
"You shut
tannoy,
up."
bro. I'd have had the tannoy. I'd have been like,
and now here's
we
the
are
bit right.
about to close. We are about to close. Where's
Here's
your
the bit
milk?
right. Here's the bit where I boiled it. I was in the freezer section, yeah, and he came looking for me. I know it was me. He was looking for. I know, and he came and he stood at the corner of the aisle and he looked at me, and I looked up and I saw him. I just kept doing what I was doing, and then I put what I was doing, and then as I walked past him, I just gave him a little wink.
I'd have chipped you up, bro.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
I'd have
No,
fully
you can't.
chipped you up, bro.
No.
Oh man,
I would have
company
broke out
money,
your trolley.
man.
Your trolley
I
would have
just
had
made
2
his
wheels.
company money, man.
Pete says, Curtis for me is a 7. You also got to think how bad we were before he came. Costas, you also got to take into account that they were one-off and never had a run of games. That's very true as well.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Hate says Joey had multiple 0 out of 10s. Real Madrid, Nottingham Forest, Napoli. Yeah. Nizam says, thanks, guys. Quality content as always. Big up yourself, Nizam.
I appreciate
Big
you,
up
bro.
yourself, bro.
Big up.
Zlatan says, brothers, Thuram is 95th percentile for progressive carries, 93% successful take-ons, and 87 percentile for expected assists. We need him.
I think I might land into my camera, bro.
The guy in the DM. He might be able to play DM, but he's not a DM.
Remember, I told you the progressive play serious. I said this, bro.
Mo says Mount to United. Let's go. So Bozalai to Liverpool, please. So Bozalai's right there, you know.
Bro,
guys, we're not buying a number 10.
Listen,
There's
if you're
point
going
in
to know about Sobozalai,
Bozalai and
you need to be a member.
Carvalho.
We've got
Brother,
2 or 3 10s in the squad already, guys, that don't get played in the
bro.
10.
See Sobozalai.
Why would we go and buy another
No, do you know what it is? Though? See Sobozalai.
He
He could do the 18. He could do the 18. He could do the
I'm not
18.
saying he
You can see
can't do it, but now
do
we're
the
doing the whole not playing man in his specialist position.
Bro, no. This is the one, bro. This is the one way. You know
about that, brother.
You know when we got
Talk
Genie,
about that.
and Genie was gone. Remember, Genie went from like a 10 to an 8. This is the reverse of Sobozalai, bro. Sobozalai can do the 18, but he's a goal scoring threat, bro. This man's techers is nuts. You know? He should have shooting.
Don't get it twisted. I already know that we'd have to be putting certain amounts of boxer shorts on the account if Kefram and Sobozalai both walk through the door.
Who's wearing
Matt
boxers,
would.
bro?
Who's wearing boxers, fam?
I said commando settings, yeah.
I'm doing streams with just the top, bro.
Only fans will be activated different.
I'm just wearing socks, bro, to keep my feet warm. That's it.
No,
that is wild.
Boxing shorts.
If I knew that cow did not have any trousers on, and I saw his camera do any kind of wobbling, bro.
Big pause on my back. Big pause.
I would have to get one of them real quick, man.
Right, listen. Big pause, yeah. I kid you not, yeah. Big pause, yeah. Big pause. Bro, if we sign Sobozalai and Kefren Thuram, fam, you just see me with a string vest and a KA and a Magnum. That's it. String vest settings. Are you crazy?
Oh my god!
I ain't wearing no sandals either. Barefoot is out. Barefoot. Hard back, grown man foot just touch the floor with the Magnum. Are you crazy? Bro, so Bozalai,
I think he's sitting on the beach in Barbados, you know. Man said string vest, no socks.
No, seriously, you man. If we get Sobozalai and Kefren Thuram, I'm not even gonna lie, I might even be FSG in. I can't even front. I ain't even playing games.
Imagine the turnaround. Imagine.
Johnny D says Sevilla are 11th and got Champions League football mad.
They annoy me, bro.
They are not going to be in the Champions League for long. They're going to get moved up and then
they just come out Champions League and win Europa again.
They get the Champions League money so they can strengthen for Europa, bro. That's what they do.
I'm not going to lie, bro. Their plan is on smash.
They're playing 4D chess, bro.
Bro, do you know what it is? We're going to have to face them next season. It's so jarring, man.
Yeah, we will. Jay says Drift was capping for Mount just to turn his back on us.
I'm not gonna lie, he's only picked Man United off us because of Champions League, though. Everyone knows that, right?
I actually agree with that. I think you're right. Actually, I think it is Champions
League.
It's literally Champions League why he's picked them over us. Otherwise, we would be getting Mount.
Promo says, "Yo, boys, I'm really on the Thuram and Kone hype."
Hey, bro,
I can't speak about especially the Kone one, because if it comes true, my curse that happened from Fekir will officially be broken.
It'll be like when Drake broke the curse and Toronto won the thingy, innit? What did they win?
No, brother.
What did Toronto win?
They won the title with the claw with my man from Clippers, Kawhi.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
That was when the Drake curse got broken.
That's what I'm saying. When the Drake curse, that's what I'm saying.
Ad says Mount to United, Kovacic to AC Milan. I'm hearing Kovacic to Man City.
Bro, no, Kovacic to Man City. They've spoke, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Why would Man City want Kovacic? He's on the decline.
No, but that's a smart signing. It's a low risk signing, bro.
I hear that, but I would have thought they would have always been like looking to improve.
Don't sleep on Kopish because he's at
Yeah,
Chelsea, though. Remember, you
Yeah,
said that as well. Remember,
No,
if
no,
he's
no,
at
no, no.
Chelsea
It's,
playing
it's
like
not just at
who?
Chelsea. I think for the last two
Yeah.
seasons, we have slowly seen a regression of Kovacic in the last two seasons.
I think
don't know.
injuries might have made us feel like that. But if he gets over them
He's
injuries,
still a
bro,
good
I'ma be honest.
player, but AC Milan is his level. I think he's got to go down a level
think?
now. I don't think he's
I
quite
don't know about that. Let me
like
check.
Champions
I
League,
rate
Premier
Kopish.
League, week in, week out. But then again, maybe a whole bench. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek to Milan leaves space for Chelsea to move from McAllister. We need to wrap up quick. That's true. Pochettino is a fan of him as well, and Chelsea won't dilly-dally with that money. Yo, what's good says Thuram is not better than Caicedo on the ball. Respectfully, yo, what's good? I do disagree. Not saying he's like, again, I think everyone has it in their mind. I think Caicedo is crap on the ball. If you're talking about Caicedo playing in the 8, I ain't got an issue. If you're playing him in the 6, in how we play with our 6, then I'm a little bit hesitant. M says our midfield about to be full on pro players' sons. Fact. Jay
Hold on,
says
who else is a son?
Bichetti. Remember, Bichetti and Thiago's dads play together.
No, but I'm saying who else?
Kefram Thuram.
Yeah, no, but who? Kone. Does Kone? Is
Oh,
Kone?
I'm not. No,
And I don't think McAllister's dad is famous either, right?
Not I know of.
Okay, yeah. I thought he was talking about all the people we're buying. But yeah, fair enough.
Shout out to Lukaku. If you know, you know. Hey, might not have been successful on the pitch over the last couple of seasons, but off the pitch, he is striking numbers, boy.
Hey, I heard rumors he was with somebody. Who was it?
Megan Thee Stallion. Megan, bro.
You better watch his back still.
WAP.
I know, but he better watch his back still.
Megan with the WAP, apparently, bro.
Take separate cars, big man.
Mo says Inacio is special. He is more highly touted coming out of Portugal than Ruben Diaz was. One of the best centre backs on the ball I've seen, quick and composed. I don't see us getting Inacio. If we're getting a centre back, I think it'll be the one from Wolfsburg.
Inacio is brilliant on the ball.
Yeah, no, Inacio is the one I'd want as well.
His passing,
it's mad.
Brilliant, bro.
Yeah, it's mad.
Watching him, he reminded me of Hippier. Do you remember how brilliant Hippier was with his passing from defense?
Yeah, I'd more go with Aga.
What for Inacio? What, because they're both left-footed, you mean?
Yeah, Aga's passing was on point as well.
I don't think Aga was a better passer than Hippier.
Yeah, he was, bruv. Aga used to split teams, bruv. Aga could pass the ball.
Hippier's passing was special, you know, bruv. Do you not remember how good Hippier's passing was?
No, I do, but bruv, that was kind of Aga's. Either Aga was dribbling or passing it through the line.
I would say it was more dribbling for Aga than the passing.
Drift.
Hippier
was sick at passing, but Aga was different, bro.
But
that's what he's known for.
Yeah, but you know, Hippier used to throw up like 98% pass completion in games and stuff. His passing was sick, you know.
But it's different type of passing, though.
No, but it was long and short range.
Not split.
I don't know, man.
Though.
I don't know. I thought Hippier was brilliant at passing, man.
No. Well, personally, I would say Aga was a little bit better or had a bit more variety to his passing, shall I say.
Fair enough.
Both for sick.
Harry says, would you take Asensio on a free to back up Salah? Apparently he's gone to Aston Villa. So
well, they're interested.
It's not complete, but I would take him as cover for Salah. I wouldn't. When I watched him this season, I realized he's still got it. I thought he lost it, but he's still got it. That is a brilliant free signing for whoever gets him.
Carl still wants Bowen from all them years ago.
And
I'm not even laughing, by the way.
No, yeah.
Would you take Bowen over Asensio?
Yes,
he would. I wouldn't.
No,
I said it because what it is, Bowen is
our
more...
system. I think you guys are looking at the player, and bro, Asensio is a better footballer, but Bowen for the right hand side would suit us better than Asensio.
So it is about Bowen, Kai, if I'm being honest. You see the way how we build play, and like he would be like basically Bowen would be very hit and miss in my opinion. He's either going to get you a goal, but he's not really going to be involved in the game because he's obviously Salah's more complete. Asensio is more of a complete player. I just think it's hard to say. Bowen might get you slightly better numbers, but I think Asensio might get you better results. Does that make sense? So like
what you're saying,
more
might
match
actually
winning,
be
like
spot on.
contribution. I don't know, like
No, I hear you. I'm just saying for the right wing position in how we play, I'd go for Bowen over Asensio. As a footballer, it's not even close. Asensio is a way better.
One thing I
footballer
will
than Bowen.
agree with you, Bowen is definitely more like direct. He's more aggressive. He's more like that's what I'm saying. Bowen more looks for that goal. Asensio more look for the assist. He can get a goal.
The thing is, Cal, you say in our system, but if we're gonna go on the premise that we will be back to somewhat who we are next season, we'll have the ball a lot more, we'll have possession a lot more, we'll dominate a lot more games. Is Bowen not more suited to counter-attacking football? Therefore, how would he not suit? How would he suit our system better?
I'm not saying he's incredible on the ball or anything like. But I think there's this notion that Bowen's just dead food. Like I don't think.
No one's saying he's dead food. But is he not? He is a more off the ball than an on the ball player, though.
No, I disagree that.
His movement. I
think he's a better off the ball player than he is on the ball.
I agree with Jeff. His movement is what
on the ball, but I mean,
no, but that's what I'm just saying. His elusiveness is what you know. What it is about Bowen. He gets himself into the. He's all right. He's like I don't want to say this, but more playing stuff. Not play. A little bit like Jota in a sense of off the ball. His movement is very, very good. So like the midfielder will have the ball. Bowen will make that time that run perfectly. And then one thing, Bowen's one-on-one. Bowen's very good. He's very like
I'm taking
direct. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I'm taking.
I think for a possession-based game, which we're trying to get into, though, Asensio would actually be a better suit to the system.
I agree, Jeff. I agree.
But we also want to be devastating up top as well, and I think that's where Bowen would come in.
Yeah, I think Bowen's just a little bit more clinical.
Pretty clinical. Asensio's pretty clinical, you know.
You know what? Let me do a little comparison because Asensio's got 12 goals this season. And that's pretty good, actually, considering. No, sorry, Bowen has. Bowen. That was Bowen. I got it wrong.
I would go. I've got no issue with you picking Bowen, but I think Asensio would actually suit us better.
Mo says Fabio and 35 mil for Zabozalai, KDB regen. I think you'd have to pay more like 50 plus Fabio for Zabozalai, but I'd be all for it.
Right, that's interesting. They've both got the same amount of goals, you know.
One's playing for Real Madrid and one's playing for West Ham.
Yeah, but one of them's coming off the bench.
How are we really doing this?
Starting every game, bro.
But hold on. Is it easier to score goals in the Spanish league for Real Madrid or in the English league for West Ham? Just be real, guys.
But I don't know.
When you're coming off the bench, I would probably say it's easier to
hold on. Let me get Cal here for once. Yeah. Who's the starter for their team, Cal?
Bowen mostly.
Asensio doesn't start. So, like I was gonna say before you said that, yeah. Because I can't tell who came off the bench and whatnot, yeah. So Bowen's made 52 appearances, got 12 goals. Asensio's made 50 appearances, got 12 goals. And if I'm not mistaken, and this is just a guess, but I think it's a very good calculated guess, I reckon Asensio's come off the bench way more than Bowen. So therefore, I think it's harder for Asensio than Bowen. You can't say that. You can't disrespect Asensio like that.
I'm not disrespecting him. I think Bowen's being disrespected a little bit.
No, he's not, bro. Bowen has decent stats. He's got 6 in the league, whereas Asensio's got 9. Would you look at that?
No, I'm going to be honest. I know it's not his fault because they've been.
But I think Asensio is better than what people think.
I'm not going to lie. I know they've been a poor team this season, so it's not really fair to judge Bowen too harshly. But did you say 5 or 6 goals for Bowen in the league?
Bro, Bowen in the league. And I know West Ham been poor, but he's got 6 goals.
I'm not going to lie. 6 goals in the league is horse poo. I'm sorry. If you're the wing forward and you're one of the most relied upon players,
man says you're the driver.
Team, you can't only have 6 goals.
You're the driver. But bro,
so are we acting like West Ham have been good this season, though?
No, I know. That's why I said I don't want to go too far into it. But bro, Tottenham have been horse poo this season, and Harry Kane's bagged 30.
But
let's put a bit of perspective.
Where did West Ham
let's put a little bit of respect.
Hold on, so we're comparing Kane to Bowen now, guys.
No, I'm just saying, like, what they both play in horse.
Kane's world class, one of the best in the world.
I got
but
one for
they're
you.
both playing
Who's
horse-proof
been
teams,
meaty in our team? Who's for goals? Someone like Fabio Carvalho or something. Let me see what you because I'll tell you why. Because
I think Carvalho's got about 4 league goals and he's barely played.
so Carvalho. Oh, actually, no. This is.
I don't think he's got 4 league
Well,
goals.
Carvalho's only got 3 goals.
Yeah, he's got 1
Oh,
league.
well, bruv, Carvalho's
no.
played about
That's it.
300
No.
minutes of
It wasn't.
football.
My mind went crazy. It's Harvey Elliott. I should have
All
said.
right.
Harvey
So
Elliott
should we
is
do
one.
assists as well and all those things as well, or are we just going to look at just goals?
Look,
Oh,
I completely agree that West Ham
I
have
won't
been
do
poor
no
this season.
in-depth thing, but I'll just try to. All right, so he's like, ooh.
6 goals for a gunman is kind of mad because
saying
Bowen
he's a
is their
gunman,
gunman.
though.
Skip over
No,
Harvey
hold
Elliott,
on,
he's only got
wait,
1 goal
wait. No one said he's a
In
gunman.
the last 2
Wait,
seasons,
wait.
he's been their gunman. Bowen has been their most prolific forward, if I'm not
Bruv,
mistaken.
he's not a gunman. No one's ever said that he's a gunman.
No, I
Anyone who
never
said
said.
Bowen's a
I
gunman's
never
crazy.
said you said he's a gunman. But if you're your team's highest goal scorer, for them, you are the gunman, right? And I'm sure Bowen was West Ham's most prolific goal scorer.
Hold on, are we not going to put any context in this at all then?
Well, the context is you played over 30 games and only scored 6 goals.
All right, cool. If we're gonna keep if we're gonna keep this if we're gonna keep this energy, we're gonna keep this energy for everyone. Are we gonna keep this energy for everyone then?
Bro, here's my point.
Hold on.
No.
Are
Bro,
we gonna keep this energy for everyone?
You're missing the point. What
I'm not.
saying,
I'm not drift. Are we gonna keep this energy for everyone? Like, I'm asking because I hear a lot of context thrown on players you talk about, but you're not throwing any context on this.
No, I did throw context on that. I'm just winding you up.
Because we've got our gunman in the team, and
you want to start shooting down our players.
Oh, Cal, don't. It's not worth it. Take it.
We got to add context, right?
Don't do it. Don't.
I was just winding you up, but I do believe 6 goals.
No. But all jokes aside, it's not. I think everyone's bantering, but like you see the Bowen thing. I hear what you're saying. It's 6 goals because he played in a really bad West Ham side. However,
really bad West Ham.
No. However, I think it's not even about Bowen. It's more about Asensio, bro. Even I was surprised when I saw Asensio's stats. But when I said that statement, there was a little part of me that I thought, "Oh, Betterson's only got like."
No,
6,
I knew how many goals he had.
But he's got 12, and he got 12 last season, and he had 7 the season before. So he's averaging like 10. Like, if you get what I'm trying to say, like 7, 12, 12. Like, that's not bad. Do you get what I mean? Whereas Bowen is a bit like, actually, to be fair to Bowen's at 12, 18, and 8. So
all right, just to add a little bit of context, because I'm not even being shady. I'm just trying to wind Cal.
You know what I'm saying?
But West Ham have scored 42 goals this season in the Premier League. So for Bowen to only have 6 of them, it does seem quite low. Because usually you would think that he would be him and Antonio. You know what I mean? Like they're the ones you're relying on.
He got 12 last season when West Ham were doing better though. He
to
did
get the
12.
goals. So I am quite 6 is
And
quite
8
low for
season
Bowen.
before.
All jokes aside, that is quite low. I'm not gonna lie.
Put it this, I know what Cal means. Cal basically trying to say, correct me if I'm wrong. If you put Bowen in a better system,
way better player.
I'm not gonna lie, Bowen does a lot.
Speak about injury proneness and stuff as well. Like,
I ain't even looked into that, bro. I'll be honest. I haven't looked into that. I'll be honest.
I think Asensio's over all that now. I think he's.
Hey, Russell, you're on the money. Alex Scott is a problem from Bristol.
At Real Madrid, he's over those issues, bro. Is he gonna be over those issues when Klopp's making 3 a days, bro?
We don't do that anymore, bro.
I said 3 a days.
When Klopp's saying, bro, today we're not playing with the ball.
Remember, he's holding bench. He'd be a squad. That's why he wouldn't come anyway. He wants to play every week. So he wouldn't come to Liverpool to hold bench.
I agree. Yeah, he wouldn't leave Real Madrid to then. Yeah, it'll be annoying. But I generally think Asensio will be.
This is a fair point. This is a fair point. If I can find a comment as well, where is it? Thank you. Look at the manager he plays for. You think Asensio is getting good numbers under David Moyes?
To be fair, last season Moyes played quite attacking football.
Exactly last season. What have they been doing this season?
They've just been trying to survive this season.
Exactly.
Actually, they were playing attacking football till they realized they were getting beat all the time, and then they started to play more.
Then they changed up the thing.
Yeah. And that got them to a European final. So
now, to be fair, Bowen is good. I just I would
Bowen is
rather
all right. I
Asensio.
wouldn't have a problem with
Yeah,
Bowen.
yeah. I wouldn't cry if I got Bowen. It would just be like, mum could have got Asensio. Like that's how I would.
And
that's
you
how I
got to
would
pay
say
for
it.
Bowen. And Bowen will not be cheap.
No, it wouldn't be. That I hear. Again, I hate, brother. Senso's a better player. I just think for that right hand
Like,
side, I think you need a specific type of player.
Essentially, guys, we could really bolster our squad with 2 free signings of Asensio and my man from Leicester. What's his name
Tielemans.
again? Tillemans. So we could go and get
he's
3 or
free.
4. We could go and get 3 or
Oh.
4 absolute dons that you pay big money for.
Money, you know,
And then you
bro.
throw in 2 freebies who are still of a quality that means the squad gets better, right? The squad still gets better.
But when you've been linked with Manu Kone and Kefren Turam, man,
Yeah.
No, you get them as well. No, Matt, you didn't hear what I said. You
Tielemans
get
can
Kefram,
sit down and think
you
about
get
his future.
Kefram,
Fam.
you get Kefram, you get McAllister, you get Kone, you get Inacio, and then Asensio and Tillemans are the cherry on top for free.
Yeah,
You didn't hear
I
what
hear
I'm,
that.
you
I
get
hear
what I'm
that.
saying?
No, I hear that.
Because they're
I hear
free,
that.
so they don't really mess
I
with
hear
the
that.
budget.
No, I hear
very
that.
much.
I hear that.
I
That-
could
you know
live
what
with
I'm
that.
saying?
I
No,
could live with
Drift,
that.
no, Drift landed very well. You know why?
Yeah, he did.
Because if we're Liverpool, you go and get your signings, and then you look at the end of the market and go, okay, who's on a free that we could potentially go and get?
Jamrock
And you
said
go and
he's
get them
straight
boy.
booty, bro.
What's that?
Jamrock says Tilleman is straight booty.
So you're
You
so
know
you're
what?
telling me you wouldn't have
Boondocks.
you wouldn't have Tillemans as a 5th choice midfielder. I would. I don't rate him as highly as
Fifth
other
choice,
people.
yeah.
But I think
Yeah,
you make
fifth
a
choice.
great 5th choice midfielder.
Yes, I
though.
do.
Come on,
Yeah,
he's
fifth
not
choice.
he's not booty. Come on, Jammer. That's way too far.
Is it Boondocks, isn't it?
Right, big up Boondocks. I missed that show.
Boondocks is the hey.
Uncle Ruckus, no relation.
Yeah, I miss
No
Boondocks as well,
relation.
man.
No relation. No relation. Joe says, "Can we talk about medical department? It's crap." I think you've done it already, Joe. I think you
summed it up nicely.
You've answered your own question, bro.
Hopefully,
Mo
my man
says
was for that.
Bozalai 1.6 tackles per game, Hendo 0.8, Fab 1.4.
bruv, you know Sabozala is naturally a 10. That is mad, you know.
A lot of those tackles have to be put in perspective though, because they're probably pressing and winning the ball higher up the field, not like defensively. If you get what I mean.
Our players
Remember,
aren't even
Mane and Bobby used to have incredible tackling stats, but it
hear
was
you,
from
bro.
the press. Do you get
But
what I
it's
mean?
but it's
It's
not
quite
even about
misleading. It's
our
quite misleading.
midfield
That's all I'm
duels.
saying.
We came 19th for midfield duels. Them man aren't tackling, bro.
them man and let man walk by.
But you get my point though, right? There has to be context added.
Drift, where the bouncer and a man says, "Well, how much is it to get in?" And I'm the bouncer, and I say £20. Man just said, "Shut up! It's £10. Move out my way. We're just letting man in.
Just mushes
Let man
him.
in.
If he does
Push
this
me out
to
the
his
way.
face,
Me and my
bruv,
big self, man, usher me out the way. Said, "Move from me, man." That's what's
mushed him,
happening
bruv.
right
Done
now.
that. Done that. Done that.
Man said, "What we gonna do? What we gonna do?" And I just sat there and just didn't say nothing. Didn't even say nothing. Just let man walk past.
Nah.
Where that
Andy
guy? fam.
James says Michael moved in silence. This brother just moves. Yeah, George is coming to kind of. If we'll have to wait and see if anyone signs first, innit? Because he's doing a lot of posturing at the moment. I need to see if anyone signs in. Bro, no, let's be real, bro. It's easy for me to walk out on the street and be like, I will punch up any man on road. Any man can have it. And then when someone steps to me and clarks me, like it's a different situation, isn't it? I need to see some people coming.
But you know what I do love about the fact that he's got a 3-month contract, even though it seems a bit wild at the same time. In 3 months, you ain't got time to fuck about. You have to come in. You have to get what you need to get done, and you've got to come in and flex. You can't do none of this. Oh, maybe, dilly-dallying, all that shit. You can't hesitate. You're on the roundabout and you're taking your driver's test.
Like,
if you hesitate, you're going to fail. Everybody, do you know how many people come home and they go, yeah, I failed. What happened? Hesitated on the roundabout. Brother, you don't hesitate on the roundabout, bruv. You get what I'm saying? You ain't got none of that, bruv. You ain't got time for none of that. So
basically,
I like it.
George, basically, there's one word that we can't associate with George. That's procrastination. Yeah?
He ain't got no time for that, bro.
We ain't got time for that, George.
He needs to be coming in like George St. Pierre, bruv.
No
That's what it needs to be
procrastination.
doing, bro.
It's
We'll
a
wait
straight,
and
it's a
see.
straight proactive, yeah. Not procrastination, proactive.
We'll wait
Yeah?
and see, boys.
We'll
We've been there
move.
before.
No, I know.
No, we have. We've been
I
there
know.
many
But
times before.
He
And we know how
definitely
the
looks
story
like
goes.
he definitely at the moment it definitely seems like
He's
he
looking
came
promising,
in
looking
like
more
he burst.
promising.
He definitely burst in the door, put his dick on the table, and said, "What is it?"
Just joking.
That's what it looks like at the moment.
You say, man, just says, this is me.
This is me.
Yo, where's the camera crew? This is me. What, how long we got? Bro? 45 minutes. Yeah, calm.
This is me.
Calm.
Jay said Benzema is leaving Madrid for Saudi Arabia. Good, man.
Rumors are. It's not.
I want that team to be depleted, man.
To be fair, though, he is totally on the decline now, and he deserves.
But you know what's so crazy?
Oh, I don't think you can really use the word decline with Benzema.
Yeah, bro, he's bro. Nah, you see how we.
I think this season has showed that he's slowly becoming human again.
Bro, what?
I mean, I don't know, bro.
Bro, see Benzema. I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Benzema's kind of done his thing for a while now.
No,
bro.
he has. But I think this season, I've even spoke to a few Madrid fans, and they're like, yeah, he's finally showing his age a little bit. Like he kind of held up the test of time, but like he's slowly showing his age.
Bro, you know Benzema's bad season, bro. You know he's got 30 goals.
Yeah, he didn't have a bad season, but you can see his physicality.
Bruv. No, I hear that. But hear the madness. You're right in terms of his game measure, but he's picked up more injuries, bro. Hear the joke. In 23 games in La Liga, he has 18 goals.
No, this season he's got 23 goals.
No.
Oh no, sorry, you're wrong. I'm wrong. Sorry, yeah.
This season he's had 23 appearances in La Liga and 18 goals,
and 3
bro.
assists.
Yeah, bro. Overall for this season, 42 appearances and 30 goals.
We just said La Liga's easy though, right?
Let's not do that. Let's not do that because Benzema
easier than the Prem.
I wasn't the one who said it.
Bruv, I'll stand by it. La Liga for Real Madrid and Barcelona is easier than the Prem. Of course it is.
Because I'm not gonna lie, Real Madrid kind of mocked the Champions League, you know. They own it. They kind of own it.
No, I
up
hear
until
that.
maybe this season because Man City
not this season
winning,
they haven't.
Yeah, Man City, but you have to give them props. So even though I do feel like I understand what you're saying in terms of it's easy for them, they still got to translate that in Champions League, and they do that pretty well. So that's one thing we can't, because we can't sit here and say they could never do that to us, fam. Every time we meet Real Madrid, we get batted up. We can't say that.
Yeah, but I don't want to see Real Madrid.
We really even when they're aging.
Unless we do a madness in the market, I don't want to see Real Madrid. Don't want to see.
Oh yeah, I'm sick of Real Madrid.
Like,
I do believe that one day we'll get our revenge on them.
100.
Yeah, if we do our business right, but the Real Madrid guy, if they get Bellingham and a couple other man, we might still not want to see them, bro.
Now, let me get Kefren and Kone and
they might get Osherman.
Who, Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Oh, to replace Benzo. Oh,
yeah, I told you. We still might not want to see Real Madrid.
You know what I did here? They're looking at Firmino apparently as a stopgap if Benzema leaves, you know.
Yeah, it's either Barca or Madrid. I think Osherman's has still got to prove himself for one more season, though. He's been brilliant, but
what?
I think he's still got to prove himself for one more season.
He's ready.
You said Osherman's still got to prove himself for what?
He just won the freaking league with Napoli.
But it's his first standout season, so let him do it again.
No,
yes,
he's
it is.
won the league, bro.
No, he's had a brilliant season, but it is his first standout season. I want to see it one more time. Then
the man wore a face mask and won the league, bro. Man, a broken cheek. But
I'm not saying he's a crap player. I'm just saying he's got to do it one more time so I know he's 30.
Bro, Osherman.
18 months ago, Osherman, nobody cared about.
Oh, steady drift.
Nobody cared about Osherman 18 months ago.
Steady.
No. I think he didn't have the profile. You can't say no one cared. He didn't have the profile. There's a difference, bro.
Nobody cared about Osherman 18 months ago. I stand by it. At one point, I don't even think... I think he wasn't even a guarantee for the Nigeria World Cup squad at one point.
That's the Nigerians' fault, not his fault.
No, but I mean, who else are they going to be picking from? It's not like they've got a plethora of talent.
Well, I'm not being funny. When the IU brothers starting for Ghana, you think there's not politics over there?
No, but there's not much to pick from. That's the point.
Brother,
So if
there's still
Osherman's isn't
politics,
even a
bro.
shoe-in, anyway,
There's
just
still
saying.
politics though, Drift. No,
I'm just saying, Osherman's had a brilliant season. I still think he's got to get for
Yes.
one more year to be 30.
I think if he goes to say like put it like this, if he gets the right club, like right, let's just say like he settles. For example, I could see him going to Bayern, for example, and him doing the madness. But he's got to settle. It's one of them ones where, like you say, Drift, like the player has to really settle down and ready. I think that could
It
work
can
for him.
happen. Vlahovic hasn't really gone well for him since his move. Do
No,
you
I
remember
agree.
how? Do you remember how?
No, but bro, look at
How
Juventus.
much he
Let's
was
not do that.
busting it up and all that
Bro,
stuff.
Juventus are done match fixing, fam. They're in a mess.
No, I'm not. But I'm saying, generally speaking, though, he hasn't really been as good as we thought he was. On top of
Bro,
the
imagine playing for a club and not knowing what's going to happen with your future.
imagine playing
So
for
you
a
might
club
be
and you're
good,
not-
but
It wasn't always like that.
bruv. Juventus are Ivan
They
Toney
beat
on
deducted points
steroids,
all-
you man. Yeah. Juventus is Ivan Toney on steroids. They have been doing this match fixing thing for decades now, not just one off, you know.
and they're taking Nandrolone. You know, like that. So they're doing the big thing.
This is their bag, bro. You see how we do Kopish on a day-to-day basis? Man, fix match.
Juventus, they're doing balloons on lunch. That's Juventus.
Bro.
What do you feel lunch break? Yeah, it's gonna go get a couple of balloons. Yeah, that's Juventus. Juventus are so crazy. Remember, they've done this thing before, the whole match fixing thing and everything, yeah. And they go and do it again. And what's so crazy is, let's say us three play for Juventus. We might not necessarily know exactly what the board is doing, but we're gonna have a pretty good inkling. Because like at any workplace, you kind of get an idea what your boss is about. I'm telling you from now, them man know what was going on, bro. They're not stupid. They're adults in it. And let's keep it a buck. If they're doing that, bro, yeah. I think I would have scored 4 goals
They
as
are
well.
in a madness. They are in a madness.
I would have. Yeah, it's crazy at Juve. Mad.
All right. Got a shout out to the one and only. He's been going back and forth with Matt tonight, but we've got
It's his birthday. Oh god. Who's that, Mark? Oh, God. All right, man. Nah, joking. Mark, you know that's the way it's love, brother. Come on now.
Big
You
up
know that's
Mark.
what it's love.
Hey, one
Big
of
up
our
Mark A.
lovely
Trust
reigning
me. Love us always,
supporters.
brother.
Big up yourself, Mark. This is for you. Happy birthday, King.
Happy birthday, bro. Big up Mark A, man. Happy birthday, bro. Hope you had the blessed one, brother.
Right, people. That rounds us up for the season review and squad expectations and season expectations for next season. People, if you haven't already, please do smash that like button. We've almost had 1,000 of you in here, so please let's get up to 750 likes minimum. I'd say 750 likes minimum. Anything you guys want to add before we take the people out?
Let's just have a better season next season, innit? Let's forget about this one. This one was just a glitch. It was a glitch in the matrix. We'll go again next season. Recruitment, let's get it done. George, do your thing. Klopp, learn from this season. And let's show the Premier League and Europe what we are actually about. Let's do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's do that, man. Big up to everybody in the chat as well. Big up to everyone in the chat, man.
Look at what? He must have had his volume up.
No, the neighbor's fuming right now, isn't it?
Man's pissed, you know.
I'm not gonna lie though, bro. At this time of night, you should have the bass off. Even if you've got the volume up, you should have the bass off.
Yeah, especially UK, like time wise. Obviously, I don't know the times.
But that must have been funny though.
If you're UK, all you hear is all that stuff. It's peak. Subwoofer just doing a madness.
Man. But big up everyone as always. Smash that like button. Until we start making some significant signings, I probably will continue to wind people up. It's been a pleasure. Hope people weren't too bothered today by my wind ups. But what else we got to live for at the moment, eh? What else?
Potential signings. That's all we got, bro. Potential signings.
We've got that and each other. That's it. That's all we got.
That's it, bro. The community undefeated. They're the best in the world. I don't care. No one.
Kone, please. Just please. Please, man.
I'd rather Kefram, but I'm all right with Kone.
I would as well, personally. If we had to pick,
I hear that, but
not on a. Yeah,
I need this curve
guys,
to be broken.
Sorry. We do have one more thing. Jeez, I totally forgot. We have to announce our winner of the.
Of
the football fantasy.
Yeah, I was gonna say fantasy.
Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't forget. Jeez. Can you lot see it? Is it big enough? Yeah, see it there.
Pause, man.
Pause. Big pause. Can you man see that? Yeah. Hey, big pause. There's been 3 big pauses in this show.
I'm moving like George. And the winner is Harlan Day's Sauce, which is Dan Bailey. Big up your damn self, man.
Finish. Dan.
And look, he moved into first place on the final day. He actually won the league on the final day.
Hey, big up Dan Bailey.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy to win on the final day. Big up your damn self, bruv. And commiserations to Mo Salad,
Bro, I'm looking at the
Martin, who was actually about to be the winner. That's a madness.
You man are taking this thing serious. I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy. Man like Dan, now big up yourself, bro. Hit us up on the email. Give us your details. Congratulations, bro. And a piece of merch of your choice will be coming your way. Big up yourself, man. You know what I mean? Commiserations for Martin, who just missed out. But big up yourself, Dan. This I know we didn't keep up with it throughout the season, but it did mean something. So big up to everyone who kept it serious and kept it moving. You know what I mean? Actually, hold on a minute. We got to drop a bomb for Dan. What are we doing? Turn your sub whooper off now, bro.
In it.
Dan, this one's for you, bro.
Big up, Dan.
Big up, Dan. Really.
Congratulations, Dan. We said get in contact. We'll get some merch over
in it.
to you.
We'll get some merch sent your way. Oh, this booth is off as well. Trust me. Neighbors gonna be vexed.
We get to turn it off.
Imagine that, especially if they're like, oh boy.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
And Shakur, we can't talk about him, bro. That'll get us in trouble. Bro.
Yeah, no, we can't.
Yeah, he's
bro.
He wants to be narco.
Hold on a minute,
higher.
Mark. You want the smoke with me as well now, bro? Hold on a minute. For your information, Mark.
No.
Yeah? For your information, Mark, I came 180th. For your information, which out of over 1,000 people ain't that bad. Ain't that
no, but
bad.
Just the fact that you had to reveal where you finished.
Because he tried to throw the shade in. He said, "Congratulations on coming 500." I'm like, hold on a minute.
No, Mark's got that. Mark's got that spiky side. Mark's got that spiky side.
Where did Mark finish? Where was
Marcus, man? Marcus rattled you, man.
Mark rattles me every show, fam. I can't even lie. Always talk about my talent ID. What about my talent ID, bro? Like, what? I'm living off this Botman hype. Yeah, maybe I am, but Botman's still doing his thing.
Mark's just salty because he thought he was going to win this year.
Mark's fully rattled both.
Do you know what he said? Drift, I'm top 15. Up your levels. Man's actually trying to say power up. What are you saying?
Yeah, congratulations, top 15. What's that get you? 1 out of 10?
People are getting at you now. Drifty went outside. No turbulence. What about Cal and Matt? Don't worry about us. This is between.
If you don't want to get on to me, you don't even want to know where these two are.
But me and Cal haven't changed our team since game week.
Oh, that old excuse. Yeah, right.
Really and true. Brother, I could not tell you the last time I changed mine.
I'm being honest. We haven't even spoke. You know,
is that not what everybody says when they stop winning?
But me and Cal are being honest, bro. Bro, do you want to know what's so mad? You know when I was fully involved? Remember when I told you, man, one time, oh, don't forget you change your team because it's a double week thing. That's when I was on it. Bro,
that was about 3 weeks ago.
This
is
guy,
what I
three,
mean.
more like 3 months ago.
You not call me shameless, bro. Drifty's just as shameless as me.
No, I'm
Mad.
just people forget their team when they're not doing well.
Wow.
I don't even know my password for myself. I don't know my team or anything.
Big up as always. Mark knows it's all joke. It's all love. But at the end of the day, at least I came above these two. So if you lot are gonna banter me,
Pause.
Yeah, come on, Drift, man. You got to be quick with the pauses tonight,
In
bro.
it, man.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think
Just say I finished higher. Just say
just say I finished high.
Clean.
Clean.
I mean, we can't make everything dirty, but all right, fair enough.
But we know how the
Probably
internet works. Internet's undefeated, you know. Them man will clip out anything, bro.
I don't need that sort of drama, bro.
In it. Wake up tomorrow morning and see some mad thing. I'm like, what? What's this?
Nah, people, it's been an absolute pleasure. Make sure you switch on the notification bell. You subscribe if you're new to the channel.
No, sorry, Cal. No, but Jamrock, please don't question my talent ID as well. You're another one as well. You're getting on my nerves, Jamrock. Because me, like, man's got Sobozalai. Anyway, it's cool, Jamrock. It's cool. Nah,
I think I've got a very good talent ID, but when I mention a player, it just goes really bad for the player. So,
are you sure you got a good
I've
talent
got a
ID?
good talent ID. Yeah, I have.
Drift, who was it that said Cody Gakpo wasn't the guy out of us three?
Oh, we're gonna do that.
Oh, what? Answer the question. Hey, Drift. Who said Gakpo wasn't the guy? What's he got?
I said it. I said it on here though. How many have I got right though?
Gakpo.
Oh,
I'm asking you about Gakpo, our latest signing.
How many have I got right?
I don't know. How many have you got right?
You tell me. You lot know I'll get my ratio is good when it comes whether they sign for Liverpool or not.
Oh, my ratio is good.
Imran.
Very
I'm not gonna lie, Imran always drops a little bomb every show, isn't it?
My ratio is very serious. The people just make jokes and make things up. Mine is serious, you know.
I mean, okay.
Mine is very, very serious. Bruv, hold on. Are we all right? Who said Sobozalai? Me.
You said Sobozalai.
Who said Botman? Me. Who said Kefren Turam? Me. Who said Adeyemi? Me. The list goes on.
That was me. I said
Are
Adeyemi
you crazy?
first.
It was my. Don't mess about, Cal, please.
Bro, I said Adeyemi.
Me said Adeyemi, you know.
I said Adeyemi first, bro.
Drift, can you remember? And it don't matter. Can you actually remember?
I don't
tell you, the people were. Yeah, of course. Listen, you're not gonna get. You're not gonna get.
There's. I wasn't gonna do it, Cal. I wasn't gonna do it, Cal. But
at the time, I was right. At the time, I was right.
You've never been right, bro. You've never been right, bro.
Hold on.
Mbappe's always been top 10.
Ronaldinho's not elite either, Drift.
That was below the belt, man. That was below the belt.
Ronaldinho. Hey, listen, the streets will never forget. Ronaldinho.
That was below the belt, man. That was below the belt.
Man, that's giving the haymaker. Oh, Cal was giving me a few jabs. I was like, no, I have to give the haymaker.
That was below the belt. I don't even know why Cal slapped me. I didn't say nothing. The man brought up the Artur thing.
Artur was for Matt as well. Matt was fully on the Artur bus.
You said Ronaldinho is not elite.
Matt was driving the Artur bus, bro.
And you said Mbappe's not top 10 after he won the World Cup.
No, I didn't. I didn't even win the World Cup.
I'm just saying.
My talent ID.
No, I'm not gonna lie, but people are out of order because you keep going back to my Markovic days. Them, I didn't even. You see the Markovic thing. Yeah?
I'm gonna be real, Markovic. Then.
Yeah, but that was way back in the day, though.
Bro,
no, Drift will tell you. Because I know Drift will make some stuff up. But I told Drift about Biam, Aga, and certain man there.
You said Sebastian Coates as well.
None of it claim Coates.
I'm just asking.
But the people that are making that up.
I'm quite high up on this list that we're talking about.
But the people that make man said, when a man said Ben Davies.
Nah, you're not Drift.
Hold on. Jota, Mane, Robbo, Diaz. Hold on. Let's talk about the good ones. You lot was rating Sancho.
That's true.
That's
That's
true.
true.
That's
That's
true.
true.
Okay.
That's true.
Well, what about
That's true.
Genie, Robbo, Mane, Jota, Diaz?
Wait,
I think I've done pretty well, to be honest with you.
You're scooting over a few. Hold on.
Yeah, you are still.
Pump the brakes 1 second.
I must have got a few wrong.
Pump
we all
the-
get them wrong.
Wait. you don't want me to
we
think
all
about
get
it.
we
You
all
don't want me
get
to,
some
because if I
wrong.
think about certain
Drip.
man that you said,
Drip.
hey, Adama Traore better dribbling than Salah.
All right.
I never said he's a better dribbler. I said he's got a better.
Damn, son, bro, you said Adama Traore.
And are we gonna add the context like we had to
Asian
with Bowen?
Lovren.
I back Lovren because I like him. I don't think he's great talent. In fact, when Lovren first come to the club, Matt was more on Lovren than I was.
That's how you're chatting far. And you know what I'm gonna do right
Bro,
now?
when we first
You know what
signed
I'm gonna do right
Lovren,
now? You know what I'm gonna do right
rated
now?
Lovren higher than me.
I'm gonna finish him now. Now you're gonna get it. This
Just
man
because I
said.
defended him
This
doesn't mean
man
I'm
said
the greatest
Gomez
player
was
we bought.
better. This man said Gomez was better than Matip in their peak.
No, there was a point where I said
No,
he
there was
definitely-
never a point.
And he
You was
was the best
delusional.
player at one point.
I'm just gonna drag back.
A man said Gomez was better than Matip.
At one point, he was. I wasn't wild when I said
One's
that.
looking
You-
like
you-
Ice Spice right
you-
now,
you
fam. Are you
also-
Yeah,
crazy?
but that's
Drift.
hindsight, bruv.
Drift, you also said that Gomez is a reincarnation of Rio.
Of Rio Ferdinand.
And at the time, he was.
No, stop it.
He was
Stop
never.
it.
Shit
Stop.
He was
happened.
never.
Stop
The
it.
guy's been riddled with injuries. Poor guy. Let's not do this.
But he was
Let's
never.
not do this.
He was
This is
never.
extremely unfair.
No, but he was never the reincarnation of Rio
Of course
Ferdinand.
he was, because
You said
physically,
he was the
had all the attributes that
reincarnation.
could make him exactly
He never
what
had
Rio
all the
was.
attributes, but he was never.
You know,
Anyway,
good on the
actually,
ball as Rio
let-
Ferdinand.
You know-
let's not
both
go
said
so
you
deep
both
into
said
one
Curtis will be captured
I
over
knew this
of
would
a
come up.
trend
I knew this
still.
would come up.
So I'll let you man land there still.
I
You
knew-
man
I
both
knew
said
that.
it.
Curtis is
Say it with
very
chest.
capable of being the Liverpool captain. We don't know which one of those two will get it first. We'll
Are we
see.
saying it still now?
Oh no,
We'll
it'd be Trent
see.
Drift, man. Come on, man.
Trent will
Let's
be
see
in the
now.
team over him, yeah, but
let's
we
not-
don't know
let's
who
not
would make a
explain.
better captain.
No, Drift. I know you're just saying it now. You do
We
not
spent the whole
believe.
season saying that Trent's attitude stinks, and all of a sudden he's a better captain. Make that make sense.
Drift. Curtis Jones sneezed and was out for how long? Got
What's
back,
that
played
got to do with anything?
8 games,
Why
9
is
games
it
in a
so
row.
shady to him
No,
all of a
but we're
sudden?
just keeping it a buck.
Anyway,
This is the both of you.
anyway, my talent ID is good. So
Ah,
we'll leave
no,
that
man.
there. We'll leave that there.
no.
Because the people who
You
have
know,
gotten right
you know,
has been
you know.
completely undeniable. You want to throw a couple shadies in there? Because I don't think my Gomez take is as wild as Markovic is going to be one of the best players that we've ever signed.
And, oh, really? You know what I'm going to say to that? And I never said that, by the way, because you know people are capping. But I will say this.
You did, man.
Because this is live on air.
He was player of the season in Portugal.
Nunes,
Trust
are you going to make
bro.
me do it? Nunes is a gunman.
Nunes is a gunman, and his story has only just started.
Nunes is a gunman.
His story has only just started. He's 100% a gunman.
He's a project player, bro. I said that
And
from
you
the
will
day.
see. And
I
you will
said
see.
Nunes is a project player, and you
will
didn't
see.
like it. Nunes is a gunman, you know. He's a gunman.
He is a
Red,
gunman.
He ain't
You-
no
you man-
gunman. Jota's better than him. Jesus, sit down.
Alright.
Come
Alright.
on, man.
He scored 36 goals last season. He'll get better.
In
Don't worry.
Benfica, what he did at Liverpool,
Don't
he got
worry.
sent off. He
36
got
goals
he got sent off and missed a bag of
Nunes.
one-on-ones compared to Jota, who missed who missed 3/4 of a season. Come on,
Alright.
bro.
All right. We'll see.
Nunes
We'll
ain't
see.
no gunman. He's a project.
We'll see. We'll see.
Am I lying?
It's all right. We'll see. Markovic. We'll see. Anyway.
Dejan
People,
Lovren.
you backed Lovren more than I did.
No, come on, Jeff. The people aren't silly. They're not silly.
I backed
They're
him
not
once
silly.
he was
They're
a
not silly.
Liverpool player and he was
People-
getting abused.
People.
You was the one gassed off him when we bought him.
people.
Let's not do
That's
this,
you.
bro.
Stop trying to spin
Let's
the narrative,
not
bro.
do this.
Don't
bruv.
try it.
After
Lovren
the
is
Dortmund,
bro,
after
you're
the
the
Dortmund
ride or
game,
die.
you told me we were
Bro,
complete. bro.
you're the ride or die for Lovren. That's your guy.
Because I
fam.
didn't like watching him get abused.
That's your guy.
That's true. Because I didn't like watching him get abused.
That's
but
your
that doesn't
guy,
mean
though.
when we,
No,
that
but
doesn't
come on,
mean
own
after
it.
the preseason against
Don't lie to
Dortmund,
the people,
you didn't
Jim.
say that
Own
you
it.
think we're
Own it.
complete,
Don't lie
bruv.
to the people, then.
Let's not do this.
Don't
But
lie to the
anyway.
people. Own it.
You're the
You have
one
to
lying
own
to
that.
the people.
Bruv, you gotta own that. Come on, man.
Cal,
Don't
have
be
we not had off-screen discussions where he's admitted to you that after the Dortmund preseason game that he thought Lovren was the completed piece of the puzzle?
Hold on.
No, hold on. That was actually me who said that.
Yeah, and you lot was agreeing. That's what the conversation was about. That you lot was in agreement about it.
That was Cal that said that.
All right, it's all right.
That's what I'm saying,
you
bro.
were in
You're making
agreement.
things
No,
up.
you both
that was the
said you'd be sick.
situation.
I said I
went
thought
on
Lovren
record-
was gonna be sick. I never said this is
Yeah.
the complete
I
guy.
went on record and
Come
said
on,
I
man.
thought we had found the replacement. Like I thought we had the truth. Like I said it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That wasn't even me.
So
Now you're misquoting. Now I know you can't be trusted.
I know the
You can't be
conversation.
trusted, bro.
But even if that's the case, so then Cal's
can't be
taking the
trusted.
Lovren L then, not me.
I'm not taking
No,
a
but
lot.
you can't be trusted because you're making things up. Now we can't believe you. You're making things up.
Talent ID is talking about the guy before he does what he's doing, right?
Bro, do you know what's so mad about Dejan Lovren?
Anyway, let's end the show.
You sure?
Let's end the show.
You
I
sure?
think my talent
You're
ID.
feeling that heat now. You're feeling that heat, yeah?
Oh
Mine-
no, not at all.
Come on, man.
Mine's pretty solid. still.
Nunes is a gun, man. We leave it there still. He's a gun, man.
Bruv,
Still.
You will see.
He's a gun,
I
man.
remember
I'm not
speaking
talking about next season. I'm saying this year. This year, you know.
No, don't try it.
Yes.
Because when we signed him, he was just coming off of the back of a brilliant season.
Bro, when we
But therefore,
signed him, you
all
said
of a sudden
he was
you
a
want to
gun,
just
come on,
He's
we
a
just
gun,
got to own
man.
it. No, do you know what? I will own. You know what it is? Cal will own the Dino thing. Yeah.
he is a gunman. You
But,
will
bruv,
see.
No. This season, you said Nunes was a gunman. He ain't been no gunman this season. He might be in the future.
That doesn't mean he ain't one.
Oh,
Everyone
let
has
me
a
ask you-
bad
Man.
season.
Drift, who was more proven,
Come on, man.
Nunes at Benfica or Osherman when he signed for Napoli? In your opinion?
Come on, man.
I would say Benfica were playing at a higher level than Lille were.
All right,
So technically it would be Nunes, right? And I think he scored more goals in that season as well.
But
So
why are we
last
talking about
last
Nunes
summer,
at
who do you
Benfica?
last summer who do you rather have gone for,
I'm not
Nunes or
missing
Osherman?
Nunes. I still believe Nunes is better than Osherman. He's had a brilliant season, but I still think Nunes is better than Osherman. You'll see about Nunes. You'll
But-
see.
Oh, he's not better than Osherman.
You'll see. Well, we'll see.
Oh, that's
Only time will tell.
Bro,
Yeah, well,
remember,
he's
it's this season.
he's not. Nunes
That's
is good.
what my
he's not-
gripe
he's
is.
not-
He's
he's
got
not better than
potential. That's my remember. Do you know what it is? I kept on saying he's a project player. That's why, and I got shut down for that. He's not a project.
No, but it's very easy for people to look at the season that he's had and say that Osherman's better than him. But his last season was unbelievable for Benfica in Champions League as well. It wasn't like he was just doing up some. He was actually doing extremely well in the Champions League as well. So we're just going to forget about that because he's had a meaty Liverpool season, which he still scored like 14 goals or something like that in his first
one
season.
season. It was one season. You said the same thing about.
He's only 22, you man. Like
but
he's
you-
not like
no,
he's been around for years.
No, but you said Osherman's got to do it for one more year before he's certified to you. So why isn't
Yeah.
the same said
Nunes
about
does
Nunes?
need to do it for one more year, but I believe he will. That's what I'm saying. I
I know.
believe he will.
The thing is, I think here's the joke. I said this, but it's like people didn't want to hear it. Nunes has potential. Will he be better next season? Yes, he will. But what I was trying to say is he is a project. He is.
Plus,
He has
Klopp's
something to
played
say.
Nunes left wing for most of the season, or for at least half of the season. So let's at least let him be up front
It's
before
not
we start.
about. It's not
comparing
about
him
me
to Osman.
even trying to make joke on it. It's more about me trying to be like, right, do you know what? Yeah, like when Klopp says it, you listen. But if someone who's not Klopp says it, not you by the way, I'm talking about the people, because I kept on saying, no, I think Nunes is good, yeah, but I kept on saying that, but I feel like he's a work in progress though. He's not complete yet. And then obviously you look at the Benfica thing and you go, you know what? Actually, it could work, but everything would have to be perfect for him to do his thing in it.
Nunes
But
will be
obviously,
fine.
adaptation was a bit mad still.
Nunes will be fine. And I don't know how we skipped over like the Markovic's and that of this world, and then started to go in on
Bro,
Nunes.
Markovic is one
It's
name.
fine. I see the
One
agenda
name.
in.
But
It's
I'll
fine.
own Markovic. Just like how you should own Nunes, but you won't want to own it. I don't understand.
I own Nunes, but Nunes hasn't flopped yet. At least let him flop before we actually
No,
start.
it's not about
going in
flop.
on him.
It's just more about I just said he's a project, and you can
But
say
for
he's
my
not.
talent ID,
But then the
on him to
manager
have been
said it
wrong,
himself
then
with
he's
his
got
own
to-
mouth.
He has to flop before my talent ID on him is wrong, though. He can't only be 12 months into his Liverpool career and already he's just a flop in. We'll see anyway.
No, it's just what it is. I found kind of thing, it was that even the manager was like, Darwin Núñez loved the player, he's a project. And I was like, hey, no, what man just said at the season before we even crunching numbers. But man, I'm just saying.
Fair play as well, Jay. I wasn't even gonna start doing all that stuff, but it's a good point as well.
That's not true.
Osherman's older than him.
Yeah, he's
but
older.
Osherman's is older than him.
Yeah, not by 3 years though. Núñez is already 23.
Is Osherman 25?
All right, if he's turned 23 now, then okay. So
he's
Núñez
is going to be 24 this month.
Hold on. That's not even right.
Núñez
is not. Hold on. No. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Osherman's 24.
Hold on.
Well, if Jay's got it wrong, then
they're pretty much the same age. Like,
yeah.
Núñez turns 24 this month, and Osherman's
yeah, you're right. Darwin Núñez is 23, and he turns 24 on the 24th of June this month.
Well, if Jay's got that wrong, then I don't know.
I was thinking that don't sound right.
They're literally the same age.
Yeah.
Well, Osherman's is 25 this year, so I guess he's a little bit older. But yeah, they're pretty much around the same age.
Yeah, bro, it's 6 months in it, bro. They're the same age, bro.
Osherman, Bob, this is like 6 months apart, you know.
6 months in it, they're the same age.
Well, at the end of the day, he still hasn't failed yet. Núñez will come good.
No one said he failed. It's not even. Here's the thing. I'm not saying he failed. It's just more about expectations.
No, but to bring him up as in I failed in identifying the talent means you've already written him off. Because to call my talent on him a failure, he's got to be a write-off, right?
No. If I think the talent you picked,
you may have overrated him.
Yeah, if I think the talent you picked wasn't a banger, I'm allowed to say.
Even if I slightly overrated him, he still hasn't failed yet, so he'll be fine. Don't worry about it. He'll be fine.
I'm not even worrying because Curtis Jones hasn't failed either by that metric. You know what I'm saying? Got 9 games on the bounce on them.
Jones hasn't failed yet.
Yes, you're right. Jones hasn't failed nobody.
A lot of shade for our players here, man.
But there's no shade. I don't understand.
A lot of shade on it. You got to get behind these guys, you know. Pause. Man. They're Liverpool players, you know.
Come on, man.
Anyway, let's end the show.
Saying, Kone, if you're listening,
you're too easy.
Don't get injured. Stay safe and just come to Liverpool. And George, stop posturing and get these man in, man. I want to be looking for a new player every day. Just get the players in now. Klopp, stop being too loyal. FSG, just take out a trust fund or something.
Buy the players that we need, bro. Trust.
People, smash the like if you haven't already. Until we see you next time. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish and we're out, people. Take care.
Big up, man. Peace.
Love people.